Boom. Okay, we are live, and we're doing the 1000 Towers campaign, which is picking up on my book. It's part of the anomalous subsurface environment module, which is really fun. I don't know if I ever showed you guys this.
Nice.
You haven't encountered that yet. Beware. So basically, this is taking place in it's kind of post-apocalyptic, kind of the future, if you will, and most of technology has gone away and it's reverted back to magic and such. Although the party has discovered this ancient ruin, which seems to have what we would call technology apparent, though for them it's more kind of... Excuse me. So anyways, they've charted out this hidden cavern, and you've been there several times. And I believe the party's just going there right now. Does anybody need to do anything in town before you go? I don't think so, right?
How many days did we wait in town? 5?
I think 5, yeah. So you would have to get back any hit points we ever lost. Yeah, so we'll just start you on the way to the mountain, if that's okay. And you guys can introduce characters on the way, unless something you want to do in town. So going. Okay, so I'm going to start with my right today to be different. So Marcus, tell us about your characters as you guys are moving along the road away from Chelmsfordshire and towards your secret.
Okay, yep. So I'm playing Tracy, who initially started off as the sidekick of my main, which was Grayson. But Tracy is the less injured or non-injured player character. She's a fighter. She's still first level, very close to second. She carries a sword, a shield, a small pistol with no ammo, and she speaks Pixie as well as Common. That's Tracy in a nutshell.
That's pretty good. Makes a lot of sense. If you wanted to have bot ammo, you could have done that. It's $5 a shot, so 5 gold pieces a shot, I should say.
Okay, I'll buy 2 for what it's worth.
Yes, you can load that up if you want. Cause I gave away that option last time, but you weren't here last session. Okay, cool. So you guys are walking along down the road, and followed by Tony's characters.
Short and sweet. Bane, a large human male, about 6'3". Long hair, long beard, looks more like he lives in the wilds. Is our main character, a human fighter, and his newest sidekick, following along behind him, is a very tiny, diminutive human female with almost blondish silver hair and very mousy and quiet, but also very strong and very agile for her size. And that is Adrian, the human acrobat. And that is who I'm playing.
Awesome. I don't know if she's brought you bad luck, but it seems like Bane's been rolling terribly since she appeared. You know,
he blames it on the necklace of Crush.
Yes, yeah, that makes sense.
Crocra.
Yeah, you gave that back though, right? But yes, the necklace very well could have been giving you a hard time, I guess. And Rush.
So I am playing Donald the Strange again, who is a psionic or scion. He uses a mental power primarily. Kind of an unassuming guy, young, bald, beard, sort of peasant's clothes, and I guess you would call just commoner's leather armor. And traveling with him would be Cardis, who is a bit of a fetching red-haired magician. She keeps a large white owl as a pet, and she has, if anyone paying attention, she's, as you'd expect, fairly delicate features, but her hands, due to unfortunate events, she seems to have developed some kind of webbing between her fingers, which thus far have not impeded her spellcasting at all. But aside from that, she's just been motoring along. So That is Donald and Cardis.
Very nice. And Alexander, tell us about your characters.
My primary character is Samantha Dobler. She is a halfling. She is very cheerful and optimistic and chatty and a little bit hyper. And traveling with her is Isidore de Clark, who is the exact opposite. He is very reserved. He likes to think before he acts, and he's pretty shy. And he's also a cleric, but first level, so he has no healing spells yet.
Nice. He's a real cleric, not like those modern clerics with healing spells. All right.
Yeah, those modern clerics and their hippie magic.
Exactly. You got to earn magic in this world. All right. So yeah, you guys are traveling up. You basically travel away from town. It takes about half a day roughly, and you get to the base of Mount Rendon, and you follow this kind of hidden path that I guess you've probably been weary to make sure nobody sees, because this is basically while it's dangerous, you guys have recovered a decent amount of gold out of this tough to call it a dungeon. It's more like a cavern because it's up in the top of the mountain. So you guys are traveling up, following your path. You don't even need the map that you originally found to find this anymore. You've been there so many times at this point. And when you get to the top of this path, there's a kind of a plateau area where it's a flat with a cliff face. Cliff face is going down on either side, and then there's the flat wall in front of you, and basically a cave entrance. And you probably remember this from before. So this cave is a roughly hewn cave entrance. You can see into it from standing outside. You can pretty simply see down into it about 30 feet. At which point, which goes roughly to the north. At which point, it turns to the right, which is roughly the east. And you would know, without having to go in, that this opens up into a bit of a medium-sized cavern that then enters into the main complex. So yeah, you're on this plateau area. What do you guys want to do?
So Donald would pull out his maps and say, well, we can go in and we can continue through the research facility section, or we can try one of the other pathways. It really just kind of depends on how you guys want to do this. Do you want to finish out an entire section before we move on, or?
We better get Crash to throw one of those rocks in there to make sure that creature ain't back in its nest.
And Samantha picks up a rock and throws it in there, needing no more prompting.
Right. So Crash throws the stone, which ricochets off the wall. You hear it hit the floor, and you hear a relatively loud growl.
Oh shit! And Donald would immediately look at Bane and say, "Well, that was intuitive."
Guess what? Whatever's there is there. Hooray!
Tracy looks at all of you like you're crazy because she has no idea what's in the cave.
Tracy,
get ready, Tracy.
I don't think any of us have seen it yet, have we?
You have not seen anything in the cave. You have just seen large footprints.
We just have an idea. Yeah, exactly.
Was there any recalling? Was there anything in the cave? I mean, it had its nest of twigs and whatever and all that. Was there any ever flammable stuff in the entrance of that cave, or it's all rock?
Yeah, it was mostly just rock and dirt. There wasn't really much else there. And so you mean as far as hints as to what the thing could be?
No. As far as anything that's flammable besides its nest.
Flammable. No. There was a very small amount of nesting, if you will, but not really. Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can smoke it out. And you're going to see Bane take off a torch and first some lamp oil or whatever flask of oil, part of it on there, and wrap it up real good and light this torch on and throw the torch in there. try to smoke it out.
So you're just going to throw, because now again it goes down about 20 feet and then it turns to the right. So you just want to throw it at where it turns, or do you want to walk to the turn and throw it into the cave itself?
No, he would just walk up to the entrance of the cave and throw it as far as he could.
Okay, so it lands in that kind of corner there. Yeah, and you can basically see that it's lighting up for sure. I mean, now you can see down there better because, of course, this part's not lit, although most of this level has been lit. You definitely hear more kind of growling sounds and some movement, but nothing. It doesn't seem to come out because, of course, the fire is now between you and it, even if it's not a very big fire. You also actually, everybody can roll a d6. Let me know if you get it.
Oh my gosh, I got both of them got a 1.
Nice. You drop everything in your hands.
Yeah, I was about to say, does he lose his weapon?
Yes. You hear something, Bane, and then you drop whatever's in your hand.
Out of fear, I assume. I got a 5 and a 2.
Okay.
I got a 2 as well.
All right. So if you got a 1, then which is Bane, basically, you guys hear you definitely make out the sound of multiple things. And they seem to be moving away, so possibly into the complex. Because they're afraid of the fire. Oh, is what you would guess.
Donald,
is it loud noises though, or is it like
just no? You hear basically like a some scratching, like something gets up and starts moving, and then you kind of pick up that hold on, you heard a sound from that area the thing just moved away from. So there's at least more than one of whatever's in there is in there.
That's not a good sign.
But they seem to have moved away. So basically into the complex from what you can, unless there's some other way out that you didn't know about. You didn't see any other way out.
Well, Donald would look at Bane and, what do you think?
Well, we got Tracy this time with her sword. I think that'll be good enough. Tracy, I hope you didn't drink too much the night before.
Definitely not. That was all Grayson trying to keep him not hurting too much. He's still healing. Someone has to stay sober.
Well, I know Crash is always ready, so we might as well just go in.
And Tracy will I guess, unsheath her sword and raise her shield and nod, signaling that she's ready whenever.
Donald will do the same.
Usador will grab his warhammer, and Samantha will grab her bow.
Cool. Okay, so
sword and shield for Bane, and Adrian will carry a torch for us at the back.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say you're going to pick up that torch on the ground. You're just going to leave that one there and then bring another one in.
Or one, if we can see up to it, she would pick that one up if that's okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the previous marching order. So tell me if you want to change anything. Although actually no, we have Tracy. So Bane, Darnell, Samantha, Cardis, Isidore, Adrian. So if you're okay with that, as far as when you're walking 2 by 2, and again, if you go single file, it's going to be Bane, Darnell, Samantha, Cardis, Isidore, Adrian. So where would we stick Tracy, or do you want to change anybody's position? Like Tracy in the front? Does she want to be before Darnell, after, before Samantha?
I'd be open to go anywhere, wherever they need.
I would say Donald would probably say it's probably better for you to go in front of me because I can attack. When I do my thing, I do it from a range, whereas you have to be up in the front. I'll be right behind you though.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll basically push that row back, so it'll go Bane, Tracy, Samantha, Darnell, Isidore, Cardis, Adrian, all the way to the back. That makes sense, or is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Makes not a whole lot of sense. Why is the torchbearer in the very back? We won't be able to see where we're going.
True.
Well, is anybody fighting with a sword and not a shield?
Samantha
what
will
about
hold
your
it.
magic lady? Rush, would she carry a torch?
Yeah, she can do it.
She's still the third rank. I mean, the light will come. The light will be enough, but obviously you won't be able to see very far in front of you.
Yeah.
I mean, you also know that after you're past this first kind of cave area, the rest of it's lit. So it's only this first cave you're
Oh,
walking
yeah, I
into. Although
forgot
this
about that.
extension,
Yeah, so I wouldn't even worry about it then.
it's just that you're walking into a dark cave. But potentially, based on what Bane heard, the creature has come out of the cave. So, creatures. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys move forward. Bane and I guess maybe, well, it's 10 feet wide. So at first you're kind of narrow, then you spread out in the cave and you kind of enter into that large cave, and you can see actually from where you're standing. So you're in this like 30-foot kind of dark cave, probably just about the time that Adrian picks up the torch or Cardis. You can actually look north and you see that like 10-foot area of like kind of cut stone where there was a door, but there no longer is anymore. And beyond that is that octagon-shaped room. In that room, you can see, because the room is lit, you see a bear and 3 cubs. It is a black bear.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's kind of looking at you. Obviously, it's kind of standing between you and the cubs in defensive posture.
Well, I say,
Well,
don't piss it off. Don't touch the cubs.
well,
how
here's the,
about we just come back later? Leave the bear alone.
well, the problem is if the bear is making the cave her home, then this is going to be a continuous problem.
Well, so we just gotta leave the bear alone.
Yeah,
Toss some rations at it. Maybe it'll distract it.
yeah.
Like,
And-
it's not gonna be distracted while its cubs are nearby.
Yeah, black bears are notoriously mean and vicious when it comes to their babies.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
just gonna go ahead and correct you. You didn't need the word black in the front. Bears.
Yeah, well, yes, but true. But
Most things, really, right?
yes, but in actuality, black bears in particular are really nasty when it comes to their babies.
That's like that old man at the tavern told me that time. Bears just don't give a shit.
No, they don't. I mean, I don't want to hurt the bears either, but we've got to solve this some way.
Yeah, by coming back later when the bears aren't there.
But what season is it? outside?
It's the fall,
Okay, so
the late summer, early fall.
if it's the fall and the bear has decided to make this its den, then it's going to be here until the spring. Off and on, but mostly on.
Well, maybe me or Tracy could go out there and try to kill a deer real quick and bring it back and throw it in the corner and sneak around it.
I don't know. Okay, well, the bear didn't like the fire, right? So maybe if we all took torches, we could just kind of herd the bears out of the doorway.
How big is this doorway?
It's 10 foot.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
gonna work.
But if the cave is pretty big, though, right?
The cave's a 30-foot, circle. Basically.
Maybe we could usher it out of the cave completely, and maybe it'll go find another place.
I mean, go inside and dance it around.
Yeah, just kind of everybody move it together with a bunch of torches and just kind of walk toward it. And yeah, exactly. Make him go around and then try and just usher it right out the way that we came in. And hopefully it'll take its cubs and go find someplace else.
Right. While you guys are talking about this, you can see the bear starting to get kind of fire in its eyes, and it's kind of growling more heavily, and it actually rears up on 2 feet.
It's gonna get
Need to make a decision.
Light up them torches and let's do that.
Let's not. Your plan is to scare a mother bear into leaving.
Yes, rather than kill it.
Right, so I'm gonna leave, and I will be back later to
Okay.
collect the dead bodies. Like, I mean, come on, what are you doing?
I like my torch.
All right, you're lighting torches.
Yes, because I do not want to kill the bear.
Yeah.
Is that Isidore or is that Crash that left?
Samantha is saying that this is bad and mean, and she doesn't want to be a part of it.
I'm gonna put my shield up and take out a lantern.
So we're gonna try and herd them out.
Okay. So you're all laying up torches as this thing decides that, that you are a threat, and is going to attack you. So let's roll initiative.
Shit.
Okay, so I guess, Samantha and Ms. Dora have left, so I'm just going to start with Rush. You roll for
Okay. 6 is good.
D6. They got a 4, so you go first.
I got a 2.
Oh, okay. All right, the bear charges.
Damn it.
I'm guessing it'll attack one of the 2 people in the front row, I guess.
To be clear, though, Samantha left.
Oh, Isadora stayed, or did...
I mean, Isidore would have left if the bear was not immediately attacking as soon as Samantha left.
Okay. So he's still there. All right, no problem. Okay, so the bear's going after Bane. Let's see. 2 claws and a bite. Claw number 1. 13. Actually, I guess I have to see. Let me get my little sheet up. I've avoided the bear all this time. Let's see. It's better to hit the bear now than when you first came here in the first level.
Yeah,
it's a lot more deadly. I mean, it's still gonna, bear still a bear. Okay, so it's a. So it needs. Let's see. It rolled a 13. That hits armor class 3.
That gets me. I'm 4.
Okay, so 1 claw. Whew. Lucky for you, it missed with the other claw, so there will be no hug. And the bite is a 12, which is hitting AC 5. And that's your AC, the 4.
That misses me to 5 then.
Yeah. All right. So you're going to get a claw for a D3 damage. So for 3 points.
All right.
And a bite for a D6 for 2 points.
Oh, so I thought it missed with the bite.
What's that?
I thought it missed with the bite. I thought it hit AC 5.
No, I missed the other claw.
Oh, okay. So it was 2
more.
more.
I looked at the wrong line. It rolled a 12, which is AC 4.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I looked at the wrong line. Sorry. It missed the other claw though, which only rolled a 4. Cool. All right. So it is now Rush, your characters.
Okay. So before he attacks the bear, he would go. Donald would go. Do you want to fight it or try and run out and see if it'll follow us out? Asking mostly Bane since he's the one that just got claw raked.
I mean, the round is 6 seconds. So.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll shout that, and then instead of blasting it with my brain,
okay,
I'll just kind of like poke at it one time with the sword, because I know that's probably not going to kill it. So I'll make a melee attack.
Its AC is 6, so you're gonna need a 13 to hit it.
I missed it by 1. Okay.
All right, so you swing at the bear, and that doesn't quite penetrate. It's a thick hide because you're maybe trying to be too gentle. Tony, your character's Bane /
Bane's told Adrian to stay at the back no matter what, so she's out of it. Okay. Here's what Bane wants to do if he can. He wants to try to run at the cubs to scare them to see if they will run out. And he's hoping that maybe if they start to run out, the mama bear will follow behind them. That's what he would like to do.
Okay. I mean, you'll have to run into the complex, which is where the cubs are currently. So past the bear. You follow me? Like basically the bear's up front, the cubs are in the back. You're running behind the bear to get to the cubs. That's what you want to do?
Okay. No, I didn't know it was that. I didn't know it was that
because
close.
it ran forward. Like they're still in the room. You guys are basically in the cave still. It's in the complex. It ran forward. It charged you.
Yeah, Bane then at hearing what Donnell said, he's going to go, that hurt pretty good. Let's see if it'll chase us outside and maybe climb a tree. So yeah, he's going to take off running outside back towards the...
Okay. Do you want to do a fighting retreat, or are you going to just run?
Yeah, he'll do fighting retreat at half movement.
Okay. So let's see. Yeah, you can basically get to that, like out of the cave part and into that like curve.
The point would be to fighting retreat to prod the bear to keep coming after you to get him out of the cave.
Well, also, if you do a fighting retreat, it doesn't get it like a free smack at you.
Yeah, that's the other good part.
That's the reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, because your move is 20. Yeah, so you can move just to that corner. Okay. And Adrian is, upon Bane saying that, is Adrian going to move, or where is she?
Yeah, she was at the back of the party. She would not been in danger, so she would have run towards the entrance with Fallen Crash out.
Okay. Yeah, so she's got, her movement is actually 40. So she's actually practically out of the cave at the end of the round. And let's see. Marcus, your characters.
Okay, and how close am I to the bear? If I was,
let's see. Tracy was in the front row. You're right next to it.
Yeah, right next to it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just swipe at it. With the
Okay.
sword. Why not? Plus, what's my bonus? A 17.
Modified 13.
Okay, well, yeah, I got a 17.
17, yes.
So that's 4 damage.
I'm sorry, what was the damage? I missed it.
4.
4. Okay. Yeah, you cut it. You cut at the bear. You know, it definitely hurts it, though not much. And Alexander, what would is the door like to do this?
Well, he was already having second thoughts because Samantha didn't want to do it, and now Bane's saying leaving, so he's gonna book it on out and see if he can't find a tree.
Okay. So he's. Your move is okay, same as Bane. So if you do again a fighting retreat, you can get. Well, you were near the back anyways, so you can get into the tunnel on the way out. You're not quite outside yet, but yeah.
When it was our turn, were we supposed to do both of our characters?
Yes.
I forgot to do Cardis because I'm stupid.
Okay.
Can I get her at the end after everybody else goes?
Yeah, go ahead. Unless Samantha's outside, right? So she's not doing anything.
Yeah.
She's gonna run back in. So you can go, Crush. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. So if I'm the last one, then Cardis is going to step forward and attempt to cast Sleep on the bear.
Oh, interesting. Clever.
Yeah, I should have done this right off the bat, but I'm not used to playing magic user.
Is that spell in the owl, or is she casting?
No, that's her spell.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 46 under your int to make sure you don't goof it up.
Okay.
You're trying to get in a stressful situation.
6-sided. There you go. Oh yeah, I'm good.
Good. Yeah, the bear opens its mouth wide and yawns and then falls asleep.
Sweet. Okay.
So the bear collapses to the ground. The cubs are still in that little area, but they seem pretty frightened. They're kind of doing their little, but they're not coming forward.
So, Cardis would say, after casting her spell, would say, maybe we can drag all of us, drag the mother, like down the path a little way and find some kind of little protected spot, and then go bring the cubs and put them with the mother. And when the mother wakes up, maybe she'll go find a different place to make a den. That's the best case scenario. The worst case scenario is we got the bear out of the cave and we didn't kill it. And she would hold up her hands and say, sorry, I didn't put it to sleep right off the bat, and then she starts wiggling her webbed fingers.
Better now than never, I suppose.
Yes. Yeah. So
yeah, I mean the bear's asleep. Obviously, it can be woken up if you tried to like shake it too hard. But if you were gently moving it, I would say that should be fine. Yeah, sure. I mean it's probably pretty heavy, but
yeah, but we got a couple of between Tony's two characters could probably handle it.
God, Adrian could do it by herself.
No, that's what I'm saying. The little blonde just humps the bear over her shoulder.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how much a bear weighs, but I'm assuming they weigh several hundred.
Yeah. I mean, it was a stretch, but still, it was just.
Well, no, I'm just saying. I mean, I think that you could probably a group of people could probably lift a bear.
She's a little blonde. It's the strongest one out of the whole bunch.
What is this?
So what? Hey, Rush, I missed the first part of it. I had to step away and check a phone call. But you said mainly you wanted to try to us drag the bear out of the cave. Is that right?
Yeah, like the bear's asleep. So since it's like a path that leads up, and then there's woods all around, we could just kind of gently carry the bear into the woods and put it near, like maybe there's like a down tree or something, someplace that's kind of protected, and just set the bear there. Go in and grab the cubs and bring them out and put them with the mom. They shouldn't leave the mom. They should stay. And then when the mom wakes up, she'll hopefully go find another place. At best or at worst, she'll be out of the way for us to go do what we have to do.
Yeah, I guess we can do that. And say we burn its nest it was trying to build too, so if it tried to come back in here, its nest won't be there.
I don't know that much about them. I just hope that they'll go find another place.
I think about by this point, Samantha's realized that the sounds of battle stopped way too soon, and she's going to come back.
Yeah, I mean, and also nobody else was really very far out, so they probably saw the bear drop pretty quickly. So yeah, you can. Where do you want to bring the bear?
Just like off the path into the woods, and like try and find like a down tree, like an old log, someplace that could kind of, like, if you put the bear up against it, it'd kind of be sheltered a little bit.
Okay.
I don't want to just drop it in the middle of the grass, and then bring the cubs out so that they can just kind of nestle around the mom until the spell wears off.
You're right. So
you'd have to go in there and grab the cubs and pick them up like little teddy bears and run them out, which could be they should hopefully.
Yeah, that sounds reasonable.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say why not? It takes a little while. You got to be, you're doing it gingerly, and
yeah. And Bane's going to take the rest of that pint of oil and put it on that nest and burn her nest up where she was trying to build for him, so it won't, come back in here and have it.
Okay.
I suggest we burn the nest after the cubs get out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
That's what you meant, right?
Samantha,
they will go past if there's a fire there. Yeah. So, you're gonna grab the cubs. That all sounds reasonable. Yeah, why not? So you do that. The bear's asleep for a while, and if you guys take your time, then you should be fine. I mean, I rolled and the bear's out for a long time, so we'll say that even if you went really slow, you can definitely get all that accomplished before.
Samantha,
everybody roll a d6.
Who is the baby bears?
Every character roll a d6.
4.
2, 5.
2 for Bane and 6 for Adrian.
Double 6s for me.
Okay, so nobody got a 1?
Nope.
Okay, good. Well, bad for me, good for you. Okay, good. So I was rolling to see if one of the cubs bonded with somebody, but no, didn't. Just for nobody got a bonded. All right, so you leave the cubs by the mom, and they kind of like cuddle up with it, and then Bane proceeds to burn out the nest in the cave, filling it with smoke and whatnot. And I guess you then headed into the complex, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. Was Samantha able to pet the bears?
Yeah, for sure.
Great.
Yeah, they seem pretty chill, the babies. Once, at first they were nervous, but then as soon as you got them to the mom, they just kind of like, and they see the mom, they don't really get that they see the mom sleeping, so they think she's not treating you as a threat, so they're not at this point. So you guys, you come back into as Bane's burning the nest and filling that area with smoke. You come back to this octagon-shaped room, and again, this place is the whole place is like you can almost imagine like plexiglass, like that's kind of what it looks like, although it's a special kind of metal. The floors are made out of it, the walls are made out of it, the ceilings are made out of it, and the ceiling has this kind of glow to it that's coming from above, so you don't need any light sources in here. There are 3 doors besides the entranceway that you came in. Just to refresh your memory, one's on the east wall, one's on the west wall, one is on the northeast. And you guys have maps, so you can tell me what you want to do, or I can describe stuff. It's up to you. If you just follow your map and go the way you want to go, then you'll move quicker. than normal exploration rate. But basically, you've got 3 doors. West door sign reads barracks. Northeast reads emergency generator core, and the east reads subsurface research facility. And the south door is one you came through.
No, Donald, I think you're right. I think we ought to go back down that one deal and try to clear it out. We took care of all those robots.
You did do that.
Yeah, Donald would agree. He said, might as well, if we're going to go into one section, might as well explore it all the way out and make sure that there's nothing, some kind of surprise that's in there that can come back to get us.
Well, it's about time you got here, Red. You must have stayed up drinking again last night.
She laughed, just scared her. Oh, no, there she is.
Actually, yes, I did. And I had a great time. Thanks for asking.
Wow.
Yeah, well, you missed the bear if it like to put a hole in the heart.
That sounds like an unbearable situation to me.
Get out.
Oh boy, it's going to be like that tonight.
You guys are in the
How did you get out of that hairy predicament?
Well, crash, run off.
So we want to go ahead and do the subsurface facility portion again.
That would be my vote.
Okay. So Donald would pull out his map and explain that there's, and kind of show everyone. It'd be easier just to, I guess, do it this way. But there's 3 sections that we can go to where we haven't been yet. This is where we're coming in. And if we go, we have to go this way. And we can either go south, we can come up here and go to this split, or we can go all the way up over here where we've got this one and this one. So this is the way we went last time. We came down here and then we came back out this way.
No, we might as well start at the closest one. Yeah.
I'm okay with however you guys wish to do it.
I'll agree with Bane. Closest sounds nice.
I mean, it's all going to probably meet up at some point anyway. Okay. So I would say we probably go forward the 30 feet and then turn south 30 feet and down the stairs. Then turn back to the east.
Yep.
10, 20, 30, 40 feet and down the 2 flights of stairs where we should come to a T.
That's correct.
And if we turn left, that's where we had the 13 damn robots from last week. And if we turn south, that's the way we haven't been yet.
That's good.
Samantha gives you a thumbs up and says, "That sounds very confusing. Let's do that."
You're standing at the T now, looking south. Do you want to head in that direction?
I would say yes.
Okay.
But do we want to? We still don't have our sneak, do we? He's still recovering from his injuries, is he not? That would be Grayson, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Grayson's still pretty messed up.
Okay. Well, then the last time we were at this tee and we just walked ahead, it was quite a surprise. I think we should proceed with a little caution.
Samantha picks up a rock and says, "This is a little caution."
He just kind of motions down the hallway and said, well, first of all, as we turn south and look, what do we see?
All right. So from the hallway that you're in, so you're at the T right now, it goes down 40 feet. and then turns to which would be the right if you're looking at it, which would be the west. So that's what you see.
So it goes back toward the way we came. Right?
That's right.
Okay. 1, 2.
So what do you want to do? Bane's in the front. Where are you going, Bane? Why didn't Tracy as well?
Yeah. As
Which
the
way,
man in the
Dom?
well, I'd say go as the man in the front. I feel you should really be in control of how you do this, but I would say we go down to the corner and peek around and see what we see.
Bane will start down to the corner then, slowly moving along.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you walk down. It's 40 feet. You guys are kind of following down to the corner, and just as you're kind of approaching the corner, something coming the other way. And hold on. No, neither one of you are surprised. So you're surprised, but you're not surprised. You kind of come into this corner, and you're facing off against 4 of these kind of creatures that you had seen before that are kind of part metal, metal heads, but like one of their arms is bone. And you fought a bunch of these guys the last time, and they look pretty. Oh yeah, they look very, very hostile. In fact, they are attacking.
All right, super pissed.
So go ahead, Tony, and we'll just get for the group this time.
3.
All right, they got a 5, so they're going to go at you first. So they move forward. The hallway's narrow. You can only fit 2 people, so 2 of them are going to move forward. One's going to attack Tracy, and the other one's going to attack Bane. The first one swings at Bane. Rolls a 9, which I don't have to look. It definitely misses. And the second one swings at Tracy. Rolls a 9. That's 2 9s in a row. So 2 9s in a row activate their special power. No, I'm just kidding. No. Okay, so currently you're in a 10-foot hallway. Tracy and Bane are faced off against these kind of abominations. And what do you want to do, Bane?
Long sword. And he will miss with 2 on the die.
Oh, yeah. You swing at this thing. It came at you really quickly, so you couldn't get a good swing at it. Tracy.
I will
Well, I'm sorry, Mark. I'm assuming that Adrian's not doing it. She's too far back to do anything. That's why I skipped over.
Yeah, she's still in the back, yeah.
Yeah. Tracy.
Yeah, Tracy will attack their sword. 16 total.
That is certainly going to hit. So go ahead and give me some damage.
3 damage.
3 damage. How many hit points do these things have? Let's see. They are. Okay, your sword comes up swiftly and smashes one into bits. It falls to the ground.
Take that.
So Samantha / Isidore. Samantha's in the 2nd rank, and you're small, so you could probably get an attack in. Isidore have trouble getting past people in front of them, I think.
Samantha has a bow.
Okay.
She will shoot somebody in the back, so she doesn't shoot somebody in the back.
Fair enough.
Isidore can't reach with his warhammer, so he will do nothing.
Okay. I guess because you just kind of showed up, we're going to put Crystal's 2 characters in the back. Liz, currently, you guys can reshuffle after. Which henchman do you have with you? Crystal?
She fell asleep.
She may have stepped away.
Okay, that's fine. So get too far back to do anything unless our magic user wants to do something.
I hit AC 4
With?
a bow.
Oh, so you did do it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Samantha shot with a bow.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't want to.
No, Isidore will do nothing.
Gotcha. Fair enough. That hits for sure.
And it will take 6 damage.
Oh, that kills it for sure. All right, sure. So you shoot the one that's on Bane.
Well, I shot one of the ones that was in the back. Because I didn't want to accidentally shoot into melee and hit Bane.
Yeah, I don't think you could do that.
I'm confused.
It's the way people are standing. Like they're
Yeah. You'd have to thread the needle between a whole bunch of people.
Yeah, like basically there's guys here. You like stepped up and shot one close to you. To shoot past them and like somebody in the back would be almost impossible. I think that would be too difficult.
All right, well then I shot I thought it would have been easier, so I'm confused on what it looks like. I shot whichever one is easiest to shoot.
Yes, there you go.
There
And
you
you killed it.
Even better. Yeah, I mean, basically, so I'll reiterate, you guys are basically standing off in a 10-foot wide corridor. Bane and Tracy are in the front. 4 of these things moved up with 2 of them in the front because there's only room for 2 people, basically. They came forward with their swords to attack. Your party members fought back. I guess because you're so small, you're able to kind of go between the 2 of them and shoot probably up at the one that's right there and kill it. And they have now fallen. There are 2 more, though, who are stepping over those bodies to attack. Let's roll initiative. It's now Marcus's turn.
Okay, let's see. 5.
Okay, it's simultaneous. So I'll still let you guys go first, but they'll still get to attack even if they die. So what would you like to do? Tracy, this guy's like right in front of you. I mean, you can he's close enough that you can swing at him.
Yeah, I'll swing at him. 7.
That does not hit.
Damn.
And you only have 1 character. Alexander disappeared. Are you back, Crystal? No.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so you're kind of in the back with a bunch of people between you, so certainly there's no way to do any kind of a general kind of an attack. But the question was, it's Liz and who else is there? Just Liz, or do you have any other henchmen?
I guess I'll say I have Lucy and Aladak.
Okay, we could just have 1 henchman. I think I posted that in the group. Sorry.
I can only have 1.
You can have more than 1, just only 1 at a time, just because it's so big. So
Okay. I'll say I have. I'll have Aladak with me.
Okay. Cool. So Liz and Aladak are in the back because you just got here, so we haven't assembled you in if you want to be closer to the front in the future. So there's a lot of people between you, so certainly there's no way that you could melee. To do a missile attack will be very difficult, but if there's something else you want to try to do, you certainly could try.
Liz will just take out her shield and just sort of wait in the back in case she's needed.
Okay. How about Aladak? Same.
Yeah, he'll just
Preparing himself.
he doesn't have I don't think he has a shield. Sorry, let me check and make sure about this. I'm putting down his thing now, so it's easier to read. Shoot.
I think I skipped Crush. It doesn't matter. He's just getting himself ready.
He'll take out a sword and a dagger.
Okay, perfect. Does Samantha want to try again, Alexander? There's 2 guys standing.
I mean, would it be easy to shoot them? Or like accidentally shoot
yeah, I mean, yes. There's 1 that's not engaged at all yet. It's still moving forward, and 1 is engaged with Tracy.
She missed.
Okay.
She was too worried about accidentally hitting
Tracy.
No, the other one.
Oh, Bane?
Yeah. Too worried about shooting Bane that she shot the ceiling.
Okay. Yeah, so you shoot try to get between again. You follow your shot up a little bit. Did I skip you last time, Rush? I feel like I did.
You did, but I didn't want to interrupt the flow because y'all were rolling.
No, it's okay. So go ahead. Do you want Donald to do anything, or?
Oh yeah, you know what he's gonna do.
Yeah, you can go ahead and do it. You can do it twice, assuming you don't lose.
Okay, so to make sure, absolutely sure that I got it right again. So now that I've put 2 more points in, it should go off on a 1 through 5.
That's right. And if you roll a 1, then you cannot use it again for the rest of the day.
If I roll a what?
If you roll a 1, then it goes off, but you won't be able to use it again for the rest of the day.
I didn't, but I did roll a 5, so this is going to be...
Yeah, so that does a lot of damage.
Yes. There we go. Whichever one is the closest. That's going to be 3, 6, 9, 13, 16.
Okay, cool. So you kill the dragon. All right, yeah. So you maybe you've got to build up. You haven't used your mind blast in a while, so you mind blast the hell out of this thing, and the telekinetic energy comes out of your brain and hits one of them and destroys it. But since I skipped you can go again.
Oh, okay. So there's 1 more, right?
Yeah.
This time is 10
10.
points of damage.
But you rolled to activate it. And it was-
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it was a 4 this time. So
All right,
I rolled 4 dice and got a 10.
That also kills it. Okay, so the last two drop quickly to Donnell's brain, and at that the combat is over. It's quiet. So you're at this corner, basically. I mean, you guys probably took 2 steps back when these things came around. You come to the corner and you can see it goes about 20 feet to the west, and then it opens up into a room. So assuming that you move forward to the room is it's 40 feet north to south. It's 30 feet east to west, and you're entering on the east wall, 10 feet from the top, from the north side of the room.
10 feet from the north. All right, and you said it was how many north and south?
40.
30, 40, and 30 feet.
That's right.
Side to side. Right?
All right, so this room is it's more or less empty in the sense that there's not any kind of big structures in there, and aside from the fact that these things just came out of here, there's nothing super obvious in here except for a lot of pieces of broken glass on the ground and what looks like the remains of maybe stuff that at one point may have been either cloth or wood that's now like very deteriorated. But the room itself looks like whatever was in here was either taken or destroyed. There is one very obvious exit, which is on the same wall that you came in from, on the east wall of the room. And it goes, it's a door. It's on the most southernmost square of the east wall.
Okay.
You don't see any other immediate exits besides that.
All right. Does anybody want to look
All
around
right.
the room?
Yeah, I was going to say, are we allowed to look around the room? And
Yeah,
Definitely look around the room.
Yeah, I'll look around.
okay, sure. Everybody can roll a d6.
including our henchman?
Yeah, sure.
Nothing.
6 and a 4.
Cool.
4 and a 1.
Cool.
Lower is better, right? For searching?
Usually.
I
Okay.
have no idea.
Yeah.
3 and 5.
Okay. Yeah, I mean the Isidore. Everybody's pretty sure they couldn't find anything, but Isidore
Probably marrying my
really
buddy.
extra effort, and he's very sure there's nothing really interesting here with glass and stuff.
Okay. All right. So Donnell pulls out his pad, marks down the room, and says, "Door."
Wait, did we search the things that we killed?
We did not.
Should we?
I don't have any reason to tell you we shouldn't.
I
Yeah,
thought,
we
Red,
definitely should.
I thought Red looked at him. She was in the back.
I'm still hungover. Don't rely on me.
All right, so you guys circle back to look at the fallen foes there. Yeah, I mean they're definitely you're similar to what you had encountered before. The last quest here, though different than the original ones that you found. The original ones, if you remember, were all metal and very kind of well maintained. These look like they're like a combination of. They look like at one point they were kind of metal people, but they maybe either lost parts or whatever and have replaced them since with human bones. Nothing seems incredibly valuable on them, besides like the robot parts, if you have an interest in those. But even those are pretty beat. However, you hear, oh man, and they surprised you. You hear it too late, unfortunately, as you're reaching over these bodies. You hear the sound like flapping wings. And kind of out of the corner of your eye, you see these kind of glowing green blobs flying down at you. Well, how many are there? Hold on. Oh, all right. One glowing green blob flies down at you, and it is going to attack one of you randomly by surprise. It's flying, so it can hit anybody, and you're kind of all gathered around, so I'll just roll at random. 2, 3, so there's 10, there's 9 of you, so I'll just do this. So 2, so it would be Isidore. This thing tries to latch onto you with a 13 on the die. They are blah. So we have 1+1 hit dice. So we get my little chart out. I should print this thing so I can. Okay, so they hit an armor class of 5, which does not hit Isidore, I believe, because you have armor on.
I have armor on.
Yeah, this thing bounces off of you. But since it's attacking you, I'll have you roll initiative for the party this round. So go ahead. You got a 2.
I also got a 2.
Okay, so it'll be simultaneous. So you can all go first. I'll say just because you're kind of in a random cluster, one person from each player will be able to get some kind of attack on this thing. Keeping in mind that it's kind of fluttering around Isidore. Go ahead, Alexander. What would you like to do?
Well, Isidore will take a swipe at it with his warhammer. Isidore will drop his warhammer.
Okay. Well, there's a green weird thing on you.
No.
Crystal, which one of your 2 characters would like to attack this thing while it's on Isidore?
I'm guessing Aladak never put away his sword and dagger, so I'll say he attack. He'll attempt to hit it.
Nice.
And he's gonna miss.
Okay. By a lot?
He rolled a 5.
Nah, it's too early in the game to be mean. Okay, so Rush.
Okay.
Either of your cards wants to do something.
Yeah, let's go ahead and keep rolling. It's been working good so far. Alright, I got a 3. Need to be careful. The activation roll is progressively working its way down. 3, 6, and 11.
Okay, that's enough to kill it, but it does still get an attack before it dies. So it's obviously going to attack Isidore because it's who it's attacking. And it missed. So it was trying to penetrate your armor and just was unable to when these brain darts come out of Darnell's forehead all over you. Make a save versus breath weapon.
Which one?
Isidore.
All right.
Explodes to see if it's gross guts get all over him.
I explodified it. I'm sorry.
Is this versus a spell?
No, breath weapon. Should be breath.
Breath weapon. Do I got to roll over it or under it?
Equal to or over.
Oh, I didn't make. Wait, dragon breath, right?
Dragon breath.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't make it.
Okay. So this thing splashes on you and causes all kinds of havoc. Or not.
Maybe he'll get webbed feet.
It just lands on the armor on my back as I bend over to pick up my warhammer.
Yes.
Right. Maybe. Oh, where are you?
It's like a pot of boiling water thrown on your back.
Yeah. Okay, radioactive surge. When they attack, blah blah. Green goo. If you fail to save. Okay, no. Okay, so it hits you, but you get a save versus poison. Anyways, so you get another to see if you're gonna take a 1 point of damage, but you'll get a save versus poison to see if you get anything. Terrible.
Well, I got my versus poison is 11, and I got 19. So
Yeah. Well, all right. So you take 1 point of damage only. So it just kind of burns you a little bit. Maybe kind of burns a little bit of your armor, or slips under the cracks. But this thing kind of really exploded all over you.
my dragon breath save is 16. I never save against dragon breath.
You know what? Even if you did save, you would be dead anyways, because dragons do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
That save is like, yeah. Okay, so yeah, this thing's dead. It came down from the area where you had encountered them before, but none of these things seem to have much of value besides their, if you remember, the heads had some value before, but these are kind of crappy. Like you don't think they'd be worth as much as the other ones.
Is this thing radioactive, and am I aware of its radioactivity?
Yeah, but you don't really know. I mean, you know that it's bad. I don't think you really know what radioactive is, like how we would know. But yeah, you know it's poisonous or whatever. Because I remember you had taken some of the goo and researched it. So bad.
I will use one of my arms to scrape the thing into that bag that I have.
Okay. Fantastic.
Aladak being an elf, he'd be able to see it, right?
No. You only see certain types of things. This doesn't register like the sick. But thank you for pointing that out. You're the only elf, right? Because that's important. Again, not these, but other things.
Yeah, now that Melalela's not here, she is, yes.
Yeah, that stuff messes you up if you just near it. This is like very specifically to these creatures. It's got to be basically hit your skin. Okay, yeah. So they don't seem to have much on them of any value at this point. I mean, okay.
Sorry.
So everybody's phones are going off. It's like this is a busy night. So yeah, I mean, what do you want to do? Do you want to go back to that room and check that door? Or do you want to go back up to the door?
I would say, well, it's again, Donald would turn to the group and say, we can continue through the door, or we can go to the split, the hallway split. And go from there.
Let's look behind that door, I guess.
All right, so I guess that's what we will do.
Hold on, before you open the door, I brought something for this. And Samantha throws a rock at the door.
It bounces off. So before we go any further, do we want to? Are you okay to be just at the back? Well, I'll put you between. Well, I guess that's fine. You can. So I'm just adding Liz and Alback to the back. Do you want to move them any further to the front? Okay.
Well, I mean, if Liz is going to be in the back, she's going to be shooting arrows. So depending on how comfortable the party is with that.
Isidore wants to be in the very, very back now.
Given past history.
Yeah, I mean, you could move Liz. Like, I mean, just think. I'm looking at like your heavily armored people. You could move Liz more like in the place of Donald, let's say, and that would make your front rank Bane, Tracy, Samantha, Liz, who are more heavily armored than the rest of the party.
That sounds more
yeah.
smarter.
Well, I feel
Sounds
like we
good to
have
me.
someone with heavy armor in the back in case we get attacked from behind.
This is also true. That you're welcome to leave whoever you want back there, or you could move somebody else to the back, Samantha or Tracy or Bane, or Isidore, who also isn't pretty heavily armored, right?
Isidore has heavy armor, that's true.
Yeah.
Okay, well, either way, Aladak wants to move more to the middle.
Okay. All right. So I'll move Liz to where Donald was. And move oops, I saw Donald again. Liz. And I'll move Isidore to the back in that spot. And then I'll move Al back to where up to where he was. So let me just make sure I get this right. So you're basically Bane, Tracy, Samantha, Liz, Alabac, Cardis, Adrian, and then Isidore in the back. Basically, Adrian and Isidore are both in the back.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, just so everybody's where they want to be. Cool. All right, so you're at this door. And again, if you decide you're going to go through the door, Samantha throws a rock, bounces off, doesn't really seem to do much. You would, like all the doors in this place, you walk up to it, it just kind of goes, and it opens up.
Does it go when I throw a rock at it?
No, it does not. It just goes clatter. All right, so the door opens, and you're looking down into a hallway that travels to the east, 50 feet, and seems to end. But at the end of the hallway, there's a door on the north wall.
I guess we keep going, Donald.
Okay.
Sorry, guess we can't what?
I guess we keep going.
Yeah, that sounds the best. If it, based on what I'm drawing here, if we cut back to the north, we'll be heading back toward that split in the hallway anyway.
Cool.
So I guess we would proceed down to the next door.
So
Nice.
I was
Yeah.
thinking, you know those boxes that we bought the bookshelves in?
So you head to the
Take the top off.
to that door that goes to the north, and again, when you get close to it, it goes, it opens up, and you're looking into. You've actually seen this room before. It's a very strangely shaped room. It is. I'll try to describe the whole room first, and I'll describe what's inside of it. So, from where you're standing, the room goes 60 feet up, so to the north. And then it kind of goes at this wall's flat, the other one's at an angle, right? So it basically forms a weird shaped.
So as we open the door and we step through, there's a wall immediately to our left. That one goes straight north.
That one goes straight up. Well, it technically goes straight up 50 feet, and then the last square of it has like a little that is cut off basically. So it's
so it's 45 degree.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. From the right hand.
And then right where the 45 degree up to that square, there's actually a passage going out to the north. It's technically going to the northwest, but it's going to the north. It's like at an angle. But now the room at the top, basically at the most northern end, is 40 feet wide. But that most eastern square has that same 45 cut. So the room has like that, weird shape at the top. And then following that like wall, basically the east wall down after the 45 degree cut, you have another 20 feet of straight wall going south. And then if you took that corner and just drew a diagonal to the square that you're at, that's how the rest of the room is shaped.
I do remember this room now.
It's very oddly shaped.
Yes. And this one had this is where the rabbit thing happened, wasn't it?
The rabbit incident.
Yes, this is
everybody remembers this room.
This is where the rabbit incident happened. The only thing I'm having trouble with is the exit coming out from the north. But
yeah, so the exit that comes out from the north comes out. It comes out of that second square, so basically almost the middle of the top of the room. And instead of just going straight to the north, it goes northwest.
Like that. Okay.
It's at an angle, basically.
Got it. All right, cool.
Yeah, I mean, the square is technically open. In addition to that, well, let me read the room description to you besides the dead rabbit. So far, the most memorable thing of this entire Mega Dungeon is something that's not even in the Mega Dungeon.
No.
All right, so 21. All right. So this is full of wooden tables. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. This is full of wooden tables with empty, for the most part, glass containers sitting on top of them.
Yes.
In the center of the room is a metal disc attached to the floor. Floating above it is a sphere of brilliant bluish white light, 8 feet wide. The sphere radiates magic, which I guess I didn't have to read to you, but it's sort of now. You feel magical energy coming from it. Why not? Oh, now also on the east wall, I should mention, there's a which is basically that last most southern square on the east wall before it goes diagonal.
Right.
On the flat part, there's a 10-foot by 10-foot square. So basically that chunk of a wall is, instead of being the white metal that lines all this whole place, it's made out of Prontium metal, which is like a gray color. So it's like a different kind of metal on that wall. But it's featureless. So a bunch of tables with glass beakers and stuff on it, a giant sphere, a metal disc on the ground. The sphere is floating off the disc, would be a couple feet. There's the remains of a rabbit. No.
Poor bastard.
Say, does anyone know what that is?
No. After seeing Samantha and all his reaction to the bear thing, I'm like, no, and I just kind of look to the rest of the party and be like, no.
Isidore is going to see if he's going to go inspect it, see if he has any idea what's going on with it.
Probably some kind of teleportation device gone wrong, if I had to guess.
Yeah, so basically on this metal disc on the ground is this carcass of a rabbit. It looks like it probably was scorched and burned, but now it's very rotted. Like it's been here for, I don't know, maybe like a couple of months, a month at least.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks, I think. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so
but does he have any idea what the device is?
Only that it seems to be putting off what you could probably read as magical energy. Like when you go near it, like it feels very. And actually, you're wearing armor. It almost seems to like when you get close to it, you almost feel like it's pulling you closer.
Well, I back the hell away from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't like damage you at all from being near it, but it definitely feels like tingly.
Samantha throws a rock at it.
The rock at the sphere?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. When you throw the rock at the sphere, it goes into the sphere, and it doesn't come out the other side. But it doesn't visibly, like the sphere doesn't visibly change, though. It just doesn't come back up.
Samantha puts her hands together and say, that exact sphere must be what's inside that bag over there.
At first, Donald would like raise his finger, like, "Oh, come on," and then he's like, then he kind of looks around, like, you know, that actually could be a thing.
So I'm assuming there's not like, how do I even recognize this as a rabbit?
Well, partially because there's a scorch mark of a rabbit, like on the metal. Although it seems almost like there's like a strange line coming out of it, like maybe something is holding the rabbit.
Well, Isidore is going to be upset that something that was alive is just laying there, so he's going to put it in the bag so that it will be not existing anymore.
Okay. Yeah, so you're going to reach in and try to grab the rabbit.
Oh, it's inside of the thing?
It's sitting on the metal disc on the ground below the sphere.
Well, he might see if getting closer to it makes the pull more.
It does. Yeah, the closer you get to it, the more it's pulling you.
Cardis will hand him her staff and say, "See if you can reach out and see if you can. I think I know what you're trying to do." And she would hand the staff and say, "See if you can reach it and just drag it off."
Isidore frowns and says, "Somehow that feels worse."
Well, I'm not getting close to it, so I just wanted to help.
I appreciate that, but I feel like dragging it across the ground might be even worse than letting it sit there.
Okay. So I don't remember if we thoroughly inspected the big metal square.
No.
Donald would turn to the other party members who were in this room before and say, now that we remember the room, do you remember if did we ever figure out this big giant plate in the wall? Is it
pretty sure you guys were fixated. If you don't remember, I'm pretty sure you were fixated on the sphere. I don't think that you did.
Yes. Okay.
In fact, I don't think you touched anything. I think one of the very first things that were said in the room was "Don't touch anything," and then there was the whole rabbit incident.
Yes.
So yeah, you haven't really explored this room at all, except for the rabbit.
So Donald would walk over to the big square, and Cardis would immediately start going through, looking at the things on the tables.
Oh, like the bottles and stuff.
Yes.
You want to like pick any of them up, or she just
just inspect them, see if any of them are labeled. See, basically, I guess search through the tables, see what she can find.
Okay, but I mean, do you just want to walk up and look at it? Do you want to like touch things and move it around and lift them up, see if there's anything underneath them?
As long as they don't look dangerous, sure.
I mean, I don't know. Do they?
I don't know.
Isidore would go with her, but he would not touch anything.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're looking at them. They don't seem to. If there were labels at one point, they seem to have faded. I mean, this stuff looks pretty ancient, just like everything else in here. But yeah, so they don't appear to be labeled at all.
Papers or notebooks or anything spread on the tables.
The only thing you really see besides like basically the glass and melon on the table is like the wooden tables themselves. Everything else seems to have like rotted away in this place, basically.
You said there's metal on the wall?
Yep.
Yeah.
What color is it?
It's kind of a grayish color.
Hmm.
Yeah, It's a 10-foot, basically like a 10-foot square plate on the far eastern wall, which is only 20 feet wide because of the funky shape. Here, just to help everybody out, based on what Daniel was describing, and Daniel can look at this and see if I've got it right. It's this room, and we came in here, and it's all funky shaped. There's the big disc, and right here is the big plate that's pretty much takes up the whole 10-foot square.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
If Liz taps on it, does it sound hollow behind it, or does it sound solid?
Good question. Roll d6.
4.
Can I roll it with it since I'm with her? Because
Yeah.
I specifically said I was going for that purpose.
Yeah, sure, you're taking it too.
Well, no, I got the same roll she did.
Well, level 4s are always a good thing. You tap on it; it seems pretty solid. I mean, you guys recognize this as protium metal, which is a very ancient alloy that is basically indestructible, and it's kind of seen as junk to this world because it's so indestructible that they can't even like shape it and use it for anything. Like if you could somehow use it for something, it would probably be amazing, but nobody can shape it. So it's basically a chunk of unusable metal. There's fortresses and stuff that you've heard that have made out of it and things like that. But so obviously the ancients could shape it, but modern people can't. On that, Cardis, go ahead and roll a d6 as well for your searching.
I got another 4.
Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. So you're searching around, and it doesn't seem like it's anything, and you pick up like a couple of flasks, maybe there's something underneath it, and you pick it up, and as soon as you do, the entire table disintegrates to dust, and everything on it just falls to the ground and shatters, and you're just holding in your hand a vial. Doesn't cause any damage or anything, but it like literally just like fades. It was that like at the edge of disintegration, basically.
So Cardis would take the vial that she had and look at everybody and just reach down and set it down on the pile of disintegrated wood and just stand up and just immediately start walking away.
Okay.
Isidor's going to go inspect that exact vial. He's not going to touch it, though. He's just going to squint at it.
Yeah, see, it looks like it probably was. It could hold about maybe like a pint and a half.
He's going to gingerly poke it with his warhammer.
It goes ting.
He's going to gingerly poke it with his finger.
It feels like glass.
And he picks it up, and he's gonna just spend the rest of some amount of time inspecting it.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like I remember you found the vial full of boogers.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that. It's like nice, like heavy laboratory glass, from what you can tell. So it'd probably be useful for collecting things. Although there's no cork or anything with this one.
He's still gonna pocket it.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are inspecting the room. Anything else you want to do in particular while you're here?
I'm just going to call it now. During one of our adventures, that glass vial is going to save our lives. And just out of character, I'm just going to say that real quick. I'm going to call it now.
First time.
I'm not even going to argue.
Yeah, Isidor's just going to keep seeing if there's any interesting glassware. Maybe there's a label on one of them. He's going to go look around. That's all he's going to do.
Yeah, you can search the rest of the glass. Is anybody else doing anything else with the sphere or with the metal disc? Or
Donald would just kind of warn everybody, saying, I don't think that messing with the disc or the sphere is a good idea. So basically, once everyone's done searching around, he would walk to the maybe see if Bane wanted to go with him and walk to the northern exit, which is the only other exit in the room. And
I don't like this room. I never have liked it.
No, I don't either. I don't either. And just kind of stand and peer down the hallway and wait on the others. Would be what Donald wants to do.
Okay, while they're doing that, Liz wants to inspect the metal on the board, and she wants to see if it's like, is it flush to the wall, or is there any way to move it? Like, is it off the wall at all? Like, she might could peel it open.
It's more or less flush, but as you're feeling around it, It's not, it hits the other metal, so there's definitely a gap there. There's a gap between this and the white walls for sure. Like you maybe stick something very thin between it, like a paper or something. It's not a very thin line.
Is there any
Okay.
kind of markation on the thing? Or is it just totally blank?
It's completely flat and completely blank. Yep.
I'll tell you what. Liz offers to give Alak her silver dagger in exchange for his regular dagger, which I think Aladak would accept.
Yep.
All right, so she takes this regular plain dagger now, and she's going to try to see if she can like press it behind that metal, and maybe try and like maybe pop it out of the wall.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and roll like an open doors check.
That's 1 through 6, right? And because of my strength, I get a +2.
You got +2, yeah, so it's a D6, so you need a 1 or 2 to open the door, but you get, if you're +2 with your strength, you need a 1 through 4. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got a 3.
Okay. Yeah. So you jam the dagger and you're pushing as hard as you possibly can, and you bend the dagger.
Great.
But you're pretty certain that this is not able to be pried open, but mostly because this metal is so, like I explained, is so crazy strong, and the other metal too, the white metal on the walls, that the steel of your dagger or whatever is just no match for it. And you're very strong, so you're able to actually bend the dagger, a little bit. You don't break it or anything, but you bend it.
Okay. She'll put the bent dagger away.
Okay. So as far as the northern passage, by the way, what's Tracy doing?
I think she was trying to avoid vials and orbs and things. Basically, so she's just sort of she'd be kind of helping out, I suppose, holding the lantern and stuff if anyone needs light. And all that.
Over here if you need me. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. So Bane and Donnell are looking at the northern passage, which when you get up there, you can see it travels kind of in a northwesterly direction, basically like an angle. It only goes for about 20 feet, and then it seems to join another corridor, which is a east to west running corridor. Without walking up, and you can't really tell much more than that because you're coming at it at an angle. Well, I guess you could also tell that like it goes up, it joins a corridor like this, but it seems like there's another corridor coming off to the north, so you can go past it. It's basically like a T, I guess. More like a Y, but.
Okay, I have another question.
Yep.
Can I borrow the lady's stick? Someone offered me a stick a minute ago.
I believe it was Cardis.
Yeah, Samantha's gonna ask to borrow Cardis's stick.
Yes.
She's gonna try and poke the disc on the ground without getting anywhere near the orb to see if the disc moves.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, the stick it's a staff, right? So it's like 6 feet long or something. So and you're pretty small. So if you hold it at the edge and you kind of reach out as far as you can with it, you can kind of push the edge of it. You can definitely feel the power of the orb, but it's not like sucking you in or anything. But you definitely can feel it. You're also in armor, and now it seems to be stuck to the floor. The disc is actually marginally raised above the floor level. Like it's just like if you run your hand along it, you can definitely feel it. So you're able to push the edge of it, but it definitely seems like it's set into the floor.
Okay, if I push really hard, I'm guessing that doesn't help.
That's correct.
All right, she's gonna crawl backwards away from it and then give the staff back.
Okay. So, Rush, I don't know, because you were away, so you probably didn't write it down, even if you could hear it. So that northern passage goes only about 20 feet up.
Mm-hmm.
And then it joins a passageway that goes, from what you can tell, east-west. But also, it's kind of like, not quite a T, but more like a Y. Like your passage is like this. And then it encounters a passage like this. And also one like this.
Oh, I had that completely.
Yeah, so you got like a Y, basically.
Screwed up. All right.
So like you could basically continue north if you just went like this. You'd almost do like a curve. It's not a curve, but you know what I'm saying. But when you get to that intersection, you could probably turn to the left. Well, you definitely could turn to the left.
All right. So the room that had the 13 bots, there's a hallway that goes straight east, and it just keeps coming, and then the 45-degree one joins that.
That's right. Yeah, if you were to walk up to that corner and look to the left, you're going to see the room with the 13 robots.
All right.
Yep.
And then the one that goes off to the north from that passage goes
northwest. Yep.
Northwest.
Yeah.
So it goes back this way. Okay.
That's right. So it's basically a Y. It's a Y on its side.
All right. Okay.
So I can draw it. It's like this is a little bit confusing, so I'll just quickly draw it for you. I mean, this is not really super neat, but this is the room you're in.
Uh-huh.
Then it goes up, and then you could go east or this way.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know if
I did have it right.
backwards.
Okay. I had it right the first time.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So it's like
Yeah.
this. All right, I was right. Okay. Cool deal. All right. So that takes us back to the 13 robot room.
Yeah, if you go to the east, the west. Yeah, the west.
Yeah. Okay. And then
yeah, the west. If you go to the west, you'll go to 13's robots.
so I guess if we go to the Y and look to the one that goes to the
Yep.
Other direction.
Exactly. So if you look now to the one that's going north from where you are, so it's going northeast.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that it only goes about 30 feet, and then it looks like it opens up into a room. But from where you're standing, you can't really see much.
Okay.
So you'd have to head up there if you'd like to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. You can do that. So yeah, you guys head up. It's about 30 feet, like I said. It opens up into a room that is 30 feet east to west and 20 feet north to south. You're entering on the west wall in the most southern square of the room.
So it's 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay, so this room is the lair of a. No. You never like the word lair; it always seems intimidating. So this one. Oh, cool. All right, yeah. So you guys, you step into the room. When you enter the room, a transparent man dressed in clothing of a long gone era will appear in the middle of the room. So this guy appears and he turns towards you.
Samantha immediately says, "Hello!"
And he says to you, he says, "Welcome, visitors and employees, to the subsurface research facility. As
Thank you.
enter the subsurface environment, remember to follow your expedition checklist and listen to the instructions of your guide at all times. We have been accident-free for 3,799 years, 11 months, and 18 days. A company record. Don't be the team to break it." And then he disappears.
What do you where'd you go?
Donald looks at the
We've heard
other.
this before.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think we've been in this room too.
Well, I haven't been in this room.
No, you haven't, but the rest of us have been here, and we've.
In addition, there is a door in the center of the northern wall, going to the north, of course.
Isidora's gonna look around to see if you can find the source of that guy who disappeared.
Go ahead, roll d6.
Isidora's less dumb than Samantha. I got a 1. That's usually good.
Nice, yeah. It seems to you that there is actually a very, very small crystal in the ceiling, but it's remember the ceilings are this is white. I mean, again, the best way I'm going to describe it is like plexiglass. It's metal actually, but and there's generally light coming in the space. But when you stand right where he was and you look up, you can see what appears to be a crystal behind that metal. It looks like it's a blue crystal, and you think that could be the source. Yeah. Although he's gone now.
Samantha, or Isidora's gonna ask Samantha to try and trigger it so that it comes out again. So
Okay.
like leave and come back.
Okay. So just Samantha leaves and comes back?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. That doesn't re-happen.
Isidore shrugs. He gives up.
Okay.
He doesn't want to spend all day trying to figure it out because this place is dangerous.
That is true. Yeah, she doesn't come right back. When she comes back, it's not. It doesn't come back. So there is a door in the north wall. Otherwise, there's no other exit seemingly from this room. What would you like to do?
So Donnell, looking at his map, would kind of turn to Bane and say, unless I've made a grievous mistake, this door in the north wall should open into the room that had that giant trash bin in it, or I have miscalculated as I've been drawing our steps.
All right, let's see. And I'll open it.
Okay, cool. Yes, you step forward and the door opens up, and you're looking into a hallway. It goes about 30 feet to the north before it turns to the east. But on the 20 feet up, so the second square up, on the west wall is a door.
Okay, so I screwed up somehow huge. Trying to figure out how I messed this up.
So what do you want to do?
Well, we will. Donnell's gathering his thoughts here, and then he comes over here, and he goes, all right, we'll just do this here. You said 30 feet?
Yep, 30 feet, and then it goes to the east, although you can't see that unless you're heading that direction. I mean, right now I have you still in the room.
Right. But it's just a right-hand turn.
That's correct.
Okay.
And there's a door, like I said, to the left.
Oh, so it goes up. There's a right-hand turn, but a door on the left.
That's correct. It goes up 30 feet total, but at the 20-foot mark on the left-hand wall is a door. Not is a door, but is a door.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I'm in the other room.
Yeah. All right. So Donald flips a page, and he's like, "I'll get this right when we get back to town."
Okay. So what do you want to do?
He looks to Bane. He goes, "Well, I guess we would just go to the hallway, or to go to the corner and see what we see first."
Okay. Yeah, sure. So you walk to the corner, and you look down, and you see that it goes about 30 feet, and then turns to the right, which would then be south.
Oh, 1, 2. Okay.
So do you want to go in that direction, or there's the door that you walk past, or what do you want to do?
I guess he would look to the rest of the party and say, door, or keep going around the circle.
I guess keep going since we're up here.
All right, so we would walk to the other corner then.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So you walk forward 30 feet, and then you're looking to the south, and I guess you can see that this only goes about, including the square that you're in, it only goes 20 feet down. So it's basically like a little cut like that. And then it would turn to the left, which would be east for you at that point. And you do see here that it only goes about 20 feet once it goes east, because you can see it's like a diagonal. There's also a door on the south wall.
At the end of that.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yeah,
so right in the corner?
Yeah, exactly. So basically you're here, right? You went forward 30 feet, right? And then down 20, and then it would go another 20 this way. And actually then it goes north. But at this point, there's a door. So you're doing like a zigzag, basically. Oh, also, no. Maybe. Everybody roll a d6. It's your last one.
Yep.
6.
6.
3.
Oh. I got a 4 and a 1.
Okay. You see, I guess it's a door, so second roll. You see actually some signs of a battle here. Some broken bones, and I think some blood, maybe. that looks relatively fresh.
Okay. All right. So just to make sure that I've got it right, based on what you described, if we go out that door, you said it goes north 30 feet,
That's right.
makes a right-hand turn.
That's right.
There's a door on the left at that corner. Then
Well,
we
the
go.
door is a little bit before the corner, but yeah.
Okay. But then we go 30 feet to the east,
Yep.
and then it turns south, makes like jumps down one square, and then turns back to the east again.
That's right.
But
No,
there's a door in the south right there at that corner.
That's right. And at that point, too, it turns back north again. So it's kind of like a
Oh,
like a quick zigzag.
okay. So it's like literally round the corner type.
Yeah, it's like one of those situations where it's not like any empty space. It's like literally like a dark line separating it. So it's a super.
Gotcha. Oh, that's a lot of doors.
Yeah, and of course that passageway, if you're standing there at the door looking, that passageway goes to the north for 30 feet, and it becomes like a T. It goes east-west.
If I look at the scene of the scuffle, can I tell which direction the survivor of the scuffle might have gone? Or there's no bodies, are there?
There's no bodies. It looks like probably whatever was here, like left over from the battle, was maybe taken away. Because you see some bone fragments, which you realize, I mean, it doesn't take much to put together. The bone fragments are likely from those bone metal men.
Can I see... Okay, two questions. One, does it look like the things with blood? One?
Yeah, there's not a lot of blood.
And two, can I see which way things left, especially if things drag stuff off?
Both directions. Yeah.
Oh, so whatever went here, and then split up?
Right, or two separate actions left.
Isidore relays this to the party.
Okay.
Interesting.
So what would you like to do?
So Donnell's looking at his map,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, "Okay, just hold on one second. I need to make sure. I think I've discovered my error." So what Donnell says is, as we look north and this hallway becomes a T, if I'm right, if I've discovered my error, you should go left 40 to 50 feet, and then that should be the room with the bin. And then it should go to the right about 30 feet and then turn south, and then there should be a northern passage along that north wall. So he would ask, can we go to that spot right where the T is and look it down and see how it looks? Because I'm trying. Donnell is now concerned that we may not be in the same spot that he thinks we are. He wants to make sure that we are.
Okay. I mean, is the party agreeable for that? Is that what you're doing, Bane? You're in front. Bane / Tracy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if he suggested it would be
Okay, yeah. So you guys head up to that T section, and you look to the left, and you can see about 40 or so feet down the corridor is a door. You look to the right, and not very far, like pretty much in the next square, there's a passageway going to the north, but it continues 30 feet total and turns and goes to the south.
I found my mistake. 2, 3, and he says that actually like in character. I found where I mismeasured. So the good news is we're not lost. The bad news is that I screwed up one corridor, and but now I know what's going on, so we're good. Okay.
Samantha pats you on the hip and says, "It's okay. You did your best."
I am not a cartographer by trade. So what we've got then is, okay, so if we go to the left, we'll run into the we'll run into the room that has the giant bin. We were in that room already. Beyond that room is the big round room that there is one door in that room that we did not go through because there was a door to the east and a door to the west. We went through the east and came this way. So we've got, and then he points that this door, if I am correct, and he points to that, like when we first came north, that first door that is on the left-hand side, that should also go into the room with the bin. But we may want to double check that to be sure. So we have the options are we have one door to the south, and then we've got these passages to the north and the south up here in this hallway.
Samantha pats you on the hip again and says, "Wherever you want to go." She
You just tell me.
She puts her hand on your wrist to lower the map and looks at it and is like, "Yeah, with this map, I would still be lost."
Okay, let's go back to that first door and open it up and make sure that that does indeed go into the room with the giant trash bin in the middle.
Okay, so you turn around and you go back.
Uh-huh.
Now, do you actually like turn the party around, or do you just go backwards so the people in the back are in the front?
Either that or Donnell would just scooch past everybody and just run down there himself just to check the door real fast.
Oh, okay, you're gonna go by yourself. Okay, fair enough. Oh, you're a cat.
Yes.
Okay,
Run the
yes,
other
you
way.
head down to that door and you stand in front of it, and it does the.
Mm-hmm.
It opens up, and inside you see.
The last thing you'll ever see.
You hear Donnell scream out, and that's it. Yeah, center of the room is occupied by a giant metal bin.
Yes. Aha! All right, now I know where. Okay.
Yeah,
So I immediately step away from that door so that it closes.
Yep, it does.
And then I go back to the party and I say, okay, so to the left or to the west, we've already been there. So now the only places we haven't been are from the north passage from this hallway, the south passage at the end of this hallway, or that door that was down in... No, yes we have. That door at the bottom goes into a set of 3 different rooms. So now we are literally back where we were when we stopped. And then he starts panting.
And Samantha pats you on the hip again and says, "I have no idea what you're talking about."
It's okay.
I'm sitting here looking at the map with you. I don't know. Did you write this in a different language?
Hold on. He turns it around for everybody. Hold on.
It's not Minotaur. I can tell you that.
Okay. So then he says, Donna says, we came in here and we went down this way. This is the first time. And then he says, the last time we were in here, we came in here. We went up here, fought these robots. We went this way. We found this giant room. There's a door here we haven't been through. Then we came into this room. And now, this hallway is where I've made my screw up. This is not a diagonal hallway. And then he comes over to here and shows you how he fixed it. And he says, so now we're standing here. This way and that way. And this door are the 3 places we have not been yet.
Yeah, I'll also point out, because you would, since you're having this revelation, that if you were to go south through those doors, you didn't go through all the doors down there. There were more doors in that room.
Which room?
The door to the south.
There were more doors in here?
Yeah, because remember, what happened was...
You're right. Sorry.
Bane was struck by
the door,
poison darts.
There's a door right there.
Yeah, you guys basically had a little bit of a moment of, oh, crap, and then you left after Bane. And that's where you found the chest. Right?
So Donnell says, yes. And that's also where we found the human. So he goes, here, 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 and here are the places we haven't been. And we're currently standing right here.
And I guess we'll find out where you guys want to go after the break, because we're going to take a break because the chickens have to be...
Yes, the chickens.
Coop. So let's take like a 10-minute break, and then we'll continue from there, if that's all right, guys.
Yes.
Chickens away.
Thank you, guys.
All right, I'll see you in like 10 minutes. No chickens yet?
I'm back.
You put the chickens in already?
Back as well.
All right, good.
I don't. Is there...
As always, I never left.
Yeah, I'm here also.
Okay, so we're just waiting for the chicken man. I won't count it again.
I never left either, so we were secretly here together.
Oh. You weren't secretly there because you were chatting.
Well, I mean,
But we didn't.
worse.
Not during. Like, so we were both here, but neither of us knew the other was there.
Oh.
Yeah. That see, this is going to become a bad rom-com. It's destined to be that way.
All rom-coms are bad rom-coms. That's why I love them so much.
But today is May the 4th. It's Star Wars Day. You should know that.
What? Well, then why are we not doing a Star Wars RP right now?
We probably should have. Let's plan for next year. Because I didn't. I actually don't know enough about Star Wars to really do that.
Yeah, I'll have to miss that one too.
It's just too bad. I'm doing my hair on that day.
If it's Star Trek, we can do a Star Trek.
Oh. Okay. I don't think Star Trek has a day, do they?
I wouldn't. You wouldn't hear any complaints from me. And no, I don't think so. I mean, they probably do. I'm sure it's just probably not as popular or something. Let's see, Star Trek Day. I bet it's like the day that the first Star Trek voyage took place or something.
Oh.
Like, I'm gonna bet money on that right now.
All right.
But that.
Let's do it. Like when the Enterprise took off or something.
Yeah, something like that. Like when the Enterprise first took off the movie or something like Star Trek Day. I'm actually not finding anything on it. That's actually surprising. There does not seem to be an official like Star Trek Day. So I guess Star Trek is just not as popular as Star Wars.
I would tell you about when the Legend of Zelda Day is, but it's a secret to everyone.
Right. Perhaps you have to know somebody to know when the Star Trek Day is.
Yeah, maybe.
Hey, I met.
Oh, someone actually said that Star Trek Day is the 8th of September.
Oh.
That's one answer I'm getting. Yeah, a lot of people are saying, okay, I see now. A lot of people in this one chat are saying September 8th. But I don't know what the... It's the first episode of original Star Trek aired on the 8th of September 1966. So, I was right. It had something to do with, you know.
It had something to do with Star Trek.
Yeah, true.
Nope. All right, Rush. What's going on? All right, so keep track of this here. So you guys fought a bear. 4 kind of messed up robot guys. And a radioactive bird. That's it, right?
I've always pictured it as a radioactive bat.
It's kind of a bird bat. Yes, it's a bat. I take it back.
Wow, evolution really went wacky in this timeline.
Yeah. It's kind of like a chicken. Not really. I
It
described.
could just be a dinosaur then.
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much describe every bird monster as kind of like a chicken because it's really the only bird I know much about.
Well, you should describe them kind of like a dinosaur.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
Were you successful?
Oh yeah, I got well, I got 3 eggs because that's how I get paid for babysitting.
Oh,
So I got 3 eggs. One of them is laid. Like there's one chicken who will not lay eggs in the roosting, in the laying box area. She lays in the other weight, so I have to wait and let him out in the morning, and then reach way up in there and pull it out. And I'm like, you little bastard, why can't you lay them where you're supposed to? But chickens. What do you do?
Have you reached up and grabbed the chicken snake yet?
No.
Yes, there are chickens.
I have learned how to do it without actually touching the chickens because the rooster doesn't like anyone. And so I try to avoid pissing him off.
Yeah.
Because spurs.
Okay, cool. So speaking of pissed off monsters, where would you like to go? You have many options on you.
Yep. So I'm gonna leave it to the party.
Okay.
We can go north, south, or all the way back. We can go north, south, south, or east.
Let's go the closest one to us. I don't feel like doing a bunch of walking.
That's north.
North? Okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right, yes, you guys basically...
Going north.
You kind of, I mean, you're more or less just crossing the hallway. You're going slightly to the east, but you're basically going north. And you kind of, you step out in the hallway and you move to the east a little bit. And you look up and you see that this hallway to the north goes up 30 feet and ends in a door, which is on the north wall.
Is the same kind of doors as sliding doors?
Hold on. Just making sure. I believe so. Yes. It's the same kind of door.
Well, let's see what's behind it.
Okay. Yeah. So you walk up to this door and stand close to it and do whatever, and the door goes and opens up. And you can kind of see, because the dim light in the hallway is coming in a little bit, but this room is dark, unlike every other room that you've encountered so far. Oh, my tea's burning.
All right, one of you back after them lanterns better come up here. Don't all you be chicken now.
I'm barely grasping what's going on. I don't know if I'm just really tired or what.
If you got a lantern, that's all you need to know. Come on.
You got a lantern, Liz? I guess.
Whoa! I don't think I do. I got torches, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So this room is dark, but you can kind of see as you're looking into it. So, yeah, you thought the other rooms were hard to describe. All right. So. I'm just gonna kind of tell you what you see before I could tell you the shape of the room. So again, you're looking in and you see that it's dark in here. Also, the floor, walls, ceiling are not the argonium metal, which is that almost like plexiglass looking stuff. They're actually just regular rough hewn stone. And it's dark in here. The north wall of the room. So you're looking out across at the north wall. It's about 20 feet to the wall. You see a chest, a large pronium metal, which is that grayish metal that you know to be very strong, chest sitting on a raised dais. To either side of the chest are 2 poles with horizontal rings attached to the top. Yeah, so from the hallway, that's all you can really see. You'd have to
come up here, Crash, and throw a rock at it.
Crash pushes away to the front, hefts the rock, and says, at the darkness?
Right, chest. See that chest sitting up there in the shadows?
Yes. And she throws a rock at it.
You throw the rock at the chest, and it bounces off, making a large sound.
Right,
the mimic then opens
its
its mouth and slams its jaws shut.
I throw a rock at the darkness.
Okay. Yeah, so you just throw it in there. You can tell that the room itself is basically kind of an odd shape because you throw it past the chest. It hits a wall. I mean, there's a wall just beyond the chest. And actually, the room is shaped almost like a big V.
I have good news, everyone. The darkness doesn't go on forever.
Thank you.
Have you got a torch or something? Is somebody going to go in? Or no?
Liz does not have a torch. She gave them all to Lucy.
I still have a lantern out, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll light it up.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tracy's got her lantern. So you guys can see. So you're looking into this room, and like I say, it's kind of like a V-shaped room. So this northern, you're going north up this corridor with the door here. You open the door, and there's kind of like almost like an arrowhead on top. Like if you can almost think of it like this, right? And you're kind of like in the center of it. So when you look to the right and the left, there's these like diagonal walls. And when you look far enough over, you actually see on both sides very large statues. They are, so alcoves to the southwest and southeast are two crystalline statues. They are carved to resemble warriors in chainmail armor holding swords. And they are standing on stone pedestals. Let's see. You have your lantern out so you can read. So when you look to the one in the southeast alcove on the pedestal, you can see there's like a plaque. And it says, "In the darkness." And when you turn and point your lantern to the one on the southwest, inscribed on its plaque is "We Dwell." So you've got basically, again, you're looking into this room. This is a weird shaped room. I'm going to draw it because, this is not exactly proportionate to the square size. I'm just drawing it so you guys can see what it looks like. Okay. So basically, you've got this room, right? Look, kind of looks like a Smurf mushroom. So you came up this hallway to the north. You open this door, right? Directly across from you, 20 feet up, is a chest of the protonium metal. Next to the chest on each side is attached to the wall is a pole with a round, like a loop on it. Over here is a statue. And over here is a statue. On this one, it says, hold on, let's see. The southeast, so that's this one for you guys, right? Yep, it's this one. This one says "In the darkness," and this one says "We dwell." That's all you can really say from here.
Do you have any more description of those poles?
Sure.
Or we'll go investigate them.
Sure. So there's either side of the chest are two poles. So there's one pole on each side. There are horizontal rings attached to the top of the pole. You can examine them. They seem like they're like attached to the wall, but you can like tilt them back and forth. They bend down basically if you pull them down. And when you do, they kind of bend down towards the statues. The ring bends down towards the statue, although it doesn't quite reach it.
Okay, so there's poles that stick out.
Yeah, so they lean towards the statues, but they don't quite reach them, and they have like a loop at the end where, like it's maybe this big.
I apologize. I had a DNS issue again. When we went through the door, can you please describe the room again? I'm sorry. I disappeared. I crashed out.
Man, it looks like a Smurf mushroom.
Oh, sweet.
All right, so think about the pole thing for a second. I'm going to describe this room as best I can, and if you draw it perfectly, you'll get extra experience points.
Okay.
This is a weird shaped room.
Awesome.
Okay, so imagine, this is how I'm going to do it because it's probably an easy way to describe it. Imagine the room is a rectangle, okay, and it is 50 feet wide from east to west, and it is 30 feet from north to south.
Okay.
Okay, but the room starts, like the north-south 30 feet, starts 10 feet down into your corridor. So basically your corridor comes up into it 10 feet.
Okay.
Okay, that makes sense?
Yep.
Now, the square in the center of the room, on the north wall, is flat. That part of the wall is flat. But either side of it, so basically your east wall and your west wall, are at a diagonal for 20 feet, and then the last 10 feet.
Okay. So the south wall is only 30 feet wide.
The south wall is a total of 50 feet if you include the hallway that you're in.
Okay, so one, two.
Yeah, you're going diagonally the wrong way. It looks like a smart mushroom. Okay.
Oh, no, I got you.
Okay. Chest.
All right.
Right. Diagonal wall didn't drop perfectly, but you get the idea. Looks like that.
All right. And you said 30 feet total.
That's right. From north to south. Yep. Including this square.
Okay. And there's a chest right there. Okay. And
Yep.
exits.
And then statues here and here.
Okay.
And then next to the chest on either side are two poles. Well, one pole on each side. The poles are attached to the ground, basically. And you can move them back and forth, and you can lean them. And they eventually, like if you lean them as far forward as you can, they don't go all the way to the ground. They kind of stop. Like they only go so far. They're on like a hinge. And they stop maybe they're only 10 feet. So they stop about 5 feet in front of the statue. And on the end of the pole is a round horizontal ring.
Okay. And the room, the wall on the north wall that has the chest in it, how long is that wall where it's flat before it angles? 10 feet?
Yep, just one square.
Sweet. That was easy. Exits?
Yes, that's good. Only the one you came through.
Sweet. Thank you. Sorry about that, guys.
You're okay. So Donald's drawing the map. Isidore is looking at the poles. What's everybody else doing?
Well, now I'm looking at the rings, trying to figure out what's going on with them.
So they're
Liz is trying to figure out we dwell in the darkness.
okay. We dwell in darkness. One says. We dwell in darkness. Okay, yeah. The ring is you've got your pole. Well, I'm using this pencil a lot today, and you've got a ring going through it like this. I mean, it's not proportionally. Obviously, the ring's much smaller. Yeah, and the writing is in the language that you understand. It's basically common, so you can definitely read it. But it's not necessarily a phrase that you know that's common. That's what we'll say. I mean, it's in common, but it's not common.
Well, if they dwell in darkness, maybe we should stay out of the darkness.
Well, maybe they don't like the darkness, and we should light the whole place up. So the metal rings, they don't look like they do. They're just metal rings.
They look like they could hold something. Maybe you could attach something to it, or put something through it. Or
And I have a question: are they? If this is the pole, they're like this.
That's
so if
right.
I put them down,
Dang.
are they large enough to go around the dudes, the statues?
They would probably maybe fit around like the statue's sword, but they don't reach that far.
I mean, like if the statues would move forward, would they go around?
No, they're too small for that. They're probably like 6 inches.
Okay.
Yeah, about 6 inches.
Gonna inspect, but not touch the chest now.
Okay. The chest again is made out of protium metal. It does not appear to have a lock on it. Like it just has a lid basically. It's otherwise not remarkable. It is sitting on a raised dais of stone, which is made out of the same stone as the rest of the room, and it's not quite touching the wall. But if you were to look behind it, like there doesn't seem to be anything really behind it. It looks like it'd be very heavy to lift, and there's not really handles on it.
I mean, I am suspicious that there are traps, and I want to look for them, but I think only thieves can do that in this edition, right?
No, anybody can look for a trap. Yeah, go ahead, roll.
Okay.
Roll D6.
Isidore will look for a trap. Isidore got a 3. Isidore probably doesn't find traps.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anything's really a trap. I mean, you've moved the poles and stuff. They didn't set off anything that you could tell. That seems like the most obvious thing that would be a trap. I mean, besides opening the top of the
I
trap.
was going to say the chest might be a trap.
Well, this is true. But if the trap was inside the chest, you wouldn't be able to detect it anyway. So no matter what you rolled, because it's inside the trap. How would you see it? X-ray vision.
X-ray vision. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems reasonably safe.
Isidore says, if you open it from behind, what are the chances that the trap goes off behind the chest?
I know what happened the last time I touched one.
Well, you mean the last time you punched one open?
Well, it's all dependent on your.
Just open the chest already.
Okay. Isidore will move behind the chest and try and open it from behind.
Oh, interesting.
Donald wants to make sure that he's not standing in front of the chest when this happens.
All right, so where do you want to go? So you could either leave the room. That would put you not in the, far enough out that the door closes. Or you could go because remember the chest is here, so diagonal walls, you could be, if you're not in front of the chest, then are you going to go in the alcoves by the statues? You want to go
Daniel,
statue? Yep.
Donald and Cardis would go stand along the center of one of the diagonal walls.
Okay.
Like the one on the west.
Okay, fair enough. How about everybody else?
Samantha will go stand next to Isidore.
Okay, behind the chest.
Yep,
I mean, it's
behind
only
the
a few
chest.
inches, so you're going to kind of be like, you're like to the side behind it, basically, I guess.
Well, she's tiny. She barely counts as a person.
No,
Bane,
yeah.
Bane and Adrian are going to stand in the door. We come in and try to hold the door in case something happens that the door tries to shut on.
Okay, so you stand in the doorway. Okay.
Yeah, Tracy will
Listen
be.
out.
Okay.
Go ahead.
No, I'll just be by Bane and them.
Okay, so you three guys are in the hallway, and if the door tries to close, you're going to try to stop it.
Yes.
And what about Liz and
They're just going to be off on the side, just looking at the chest. Like, nowhere particular. They're not trying to hide anywhere. They could be they don't care. They just want to see the chest open now.
Okay. So are you standing in front of the chest? So that's between Bane and those guys who are in the hallway, or are you standing to one side against one of the walls? And if it's one of the walls, is the one with Donnell, or is it the other wall?
In front of the chest is fine. Liz is in front of the chest. Aladak is slightly behind Liz.
Okay. So you guys are making like a chain going into the hallway. Cool. All right. So you're gonna just grab the chest and open it up.
Well, Isidore will hesitate and say, you might not want to stand in front of the chest in case it shoots out, terrible things.
Yeah. Go ahead. Just open it. Please. Please open it.
Isidore now secretly hopes that she gets hit by an arrow and opens the chest.
Fantastic. Okay, yeah. So it's heavy. So he leans forward. He's trying. It's kind of an awkward angle, but you're able to pull it open. You pull this thing open, and Liz, standing in front of her, looking at the chest to see what's going to happen. And you can definitely see that the chest itself is full of gold. Lots of gold, piles of gold coin inside as you lift it up. And you're so fixated by that the two statues that come to life surprise the party and attack.
I saw that coming, but...
Well, you were busy with the lid.
Yeah, my plan was that they were going to walk forward and then we would drop the two circle things on them and they'd be like, we're stuck in the circle things, but they were too small.
They were too small for that. That was a good plan. You were close, I'll say. Let's see. The statues move forward. I must now look them up. Oh no, actually, they have the specs here for them. Yes, I do. So since Donnell's over there, okay. So the one statue that's on the opposite side of the room as Donnell and them will go towards Liz and Elmac, and will attack Elmac. And the one that is going to the one with Donnell and
Cardis,
I'm sorry, will attack Donnell. All right, so what do they get 2 attacks? Okay, So,
Shit.
Rip.
so first one, Donnell.
Armor class 5.
15. Let's see. Chart here. Need to make like a dungeon master screen. Something. All right. So, actually, I have
He's gonna take a beat.
dice. 13 hits, armor class 3. Okay. So the first hit hits you. So it smashes you with its arm, I guess. And the second one is an 18. So he smashed you twice. I don't think it does any extra if it hit you twice, though. Let me just check. Let me just quickly check out the monster's description.
This is gonna hurt.
Okay, crystal statue. Statue crystals. Statue. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, not that bad. Not so bad, Donnell. The first attack does 5 points of damage.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
The second one, oh my god, does 6. That is max damage.
Okay, so I'm at -1. So what do I roll? From full health. Just got one shotted.
Well, it is a giant statue.
I mean, I'm not blaming. I'm just saying.
It's not that bad. Oh yeah.
Oh.
All right, so you're -1. So roll a d6.
D6. I got a 4. I've been rolling a lot of 4s today.
There's a lot of 4. Okay, so that's not bad. So you, of course, you don't go to -1. You know, just points. So that's 5. So knocked down and stunned. So you're gonna drop anything in your hands. So I guess whatever your sword.
My sword, yeah.
Which you don't really use that much anyways. But you are stunned, which means next turn or you can't go this turn anyways. You guys were surprised, but next round, Donnell will not be able to go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The other living statue is attacking Albeck. A 4 that misses for sure. I'll look that one up. And a 5. That one is a little rusty, I guess. So it doesn't have any kind of attack skill. So Albeck is surprised to have the living statue swing at him, I should say, and completely miss. So now it is initiative. So I think I forget who rolled. So I'm just gonna say Marcus. We'll start with you. Go ahead and roll initiative for the party.
Okay.
If they can't hit Aladak, we have nothing to worry about.
2.
All right, perfect. You go first. So what would you like to do? You are in the hallway.
Yeah.
You see the statue move up. It's basically, I mean, it'd be tricky, but you might be able to muscle past Bane. I'm sure Adrian's probably stepping back to get into the melee because it's kind of like out of your way. But you can probably move up and get to it if you really want to. But it'll probably block Bane if you do.
I'll look at Bane and I'll say, I'll let him know that I really want to get past, unless he wants to, get in there.
Going in there.
Yeah, so I'll shuffle past Bane.
Go for it.
Try to get an attack in. Which one would be the closest?
The one that's attacking Albeck is the closest.
Okay. Yeah. And that 20. Wow.
Nice.
Excellent.
That hits.
1 damage.
Okay. Well then.
The extremes.
Well, I'm sure that didn't kill him. But let me just roll his hit points. Okay. 1 damage. Okay. Ding! A piece of crystal falls off the crystal statue. Okay, so Isidore/Samantha. You see these statues come to life and attack your friend. One is on Alabac, is being attacked by Tracy, and the other one is on the other side of the room attacking Donnell. If you want to use a missile weapon at these guys, it's going to be a little bit tricky. It's going to be like a -2 because of the cover of your party between them. What would you like to do?
All right, which one again?
Okay, perfect. AC4. AC4 hits. Okay, yep. So you hit him. Alexander can't speak right now, so he attacked and was successful. Let me roll the hit points for the other creature. Oh, that's weird. All right, boom. So you do some damage to that one. Now to Liz / Alabac. Alabac.
I also closed the chest.
And you close the chest.
Okay. Can Liz get close to one of these things?
Yeah, you're right next to it.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna say she hasn't had her sword out. So I'll just have her take her sword out and take a swing, -2 penalty, right?
Yes.
Okay. And I roll a 18 to hit, which is a hit armor class 1.
That definitely hits him.
All right, and she hit him with her long sword. Actually, it's a long sword -1 because of its curse. And I did 1 damage, -1 damage. So I hit the thing, but it doesn't do anything to it. Literally, like I just hit it with the sword, and the sword just kind of like.
But yeah, for some reason, you think it's pretty awesome.
Did you guys hear that sound my sword made? Best sword ever.
And what about
Aladax, I'm gonna say he had his silver dagger in his offhand because that's how he rolls. And seeing these rock things or crystal things or whatever, and being sort of good with weapons, he's gonna take out his club, thinking maybe his club will do better against these things.
Nice.
Yeah, he'll go ahead and take a swing as well with with both his weapons in his hand, and that's a total of like 9. So 3 misses.
Okay, yeah. This thing's maybe a little bit more agile than you initially thought. You missed.
Yeah, well, like
that point.
Like I rolled a 9, so like I probably hit it. It just like didn't do anything. Like it just kind of bounced off or something, whatever. Like I didn't hit it well. I hit it in a metal area or something.
Exactly. Donnell / Donnell can't do anything. But what does
Cardis
do?
Yeah. Cardis is going to attempt to cast magic missile at the one that just bapped Donnell around.
Okay. Is that from the bird or
No, the bird carries a shield spell. That's it.
Okay. All right, so go ahead and roll again because you're under stress. Roll a
46 or
46
3.
on the Urian.
No, okay. I think she says 4, 7, 10, 11. Yep, I'm good.
Okay, so it casts. Give me some damage.
Magic missile is how many?
D6 plus 1.
D6 plus 1. That will be a 5.
Nice.
Total.
Wow. Yeah, this magic missile shoots forth from you, and actually, this thing like it hits the crystal and like kind of lights up the body, and you see some cracks forming in it.
Oh,
some significant cracks,
but doesn't go down though.
It does not go down.
Damn it.
No. Bane / Adrian.
Yeah, he looks at Adrian and tells her, keep the door open in case it tries to close on us. So she's going to stand there still in the doorway and try to hold the door in case something. And he's going to rush into the one that knocked Donnell down and strike at it.
Yeah, you can run around the corner.
Oh, good Lord, he missed.
Okay. Yeah, it's it's dark in there. Kind of. And that's the end because we started with Marcus, right? We started with Tracy. So now they go. And now there's a whole bunch of people around each one. So you got Bane, you got Donnell, you got Cardis. You knew that one, so let's roll D4.
Hit less.
So that's Donnell. Well, that's not yours yet. This is the one that's on the other side. Donnell is down. This thing's going to try to hit you when you're down because it doesn't care. Fortunately, there's no benefit or whatever the fact that you're down.
Dick move, stone statue thing.
One, so that karma, so it doesn't hit at all. But then the second attack.
Wait, it rolled a 1, so it drops its hands.
Right. It's not Bane. So it rolls a 16. So it hits the second time. Darnell.
Right. So because of the rolling thing, I actually didn't take any actual damage last time.
You took
right?
the first part of the damage, just not the second part. You took
Okay.
the 5 points, not the 6 points.
Okay, so I'm at 5.
Yeah.
Okay. So he hits me again.
Yeah, and now you take 4 points.
Okay, so now I'm down to 1.
Well, okay. Right. But you're still up. Well, you're down, but you're up.
Gotcha.
Okay. So the other one is going to swing at. Now you got Tracy, Alabek, and Liz. Second one, Alabek is going after Alabek again. Doesn't like you for some reason, Alabek. Wow, it can't hit Alabek for some reason. He's like untouchable by this thing. It literally a little more than at the rate. So Alabek once again.
He keeps trying to like grab Aladak to make out with him, and Aladak's like, "Whoa, chap! I like women. I like men. I don't like weird statue thingies."
Yeah,
Come on, Tracy.
All right, so Alexander, roll initiative for the group.
6.
Oh, nice. 2.
Olay, 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 olay.
So, Isidore / Samantha, what would you like to do? There's basically 2 of these things going, one of which, the one that's been attacking Alabak is, I'm sorry, the one that's been attacking Donnell is starting to show cracks in it. The one attacking Alabak, not so much.
Well, being a firm tactical mind, Isidore's going to run over and smack the one that looks like it's hurt the most, and Samantha's going to shoot the other one, because she feels like it.
Fair enough. All right, so the other one's a bit surrounded, so it's going to be -2 for the cover.
Oh, is the other one not surrounded so much?
No, they're all surrounded. During the small space.
Okay, great. Well, Samantha hits AC 6.
Oh my god, really? That's exactly enough to hit one of your party members.
Is it really?
Because you missed by 2 ACs, which is the -2 for the thing, which means you hit the cover. The cover is your party members, so yes, you hit them.
If it makes you feel any better, you are not nearly the first person to do this.
It's kind of hard to do. It's
What
In fact, some of us have done it multiple times.
Fire into her party.
So,
What kind of redheaded bimbo?
okay,
While one of them was on like 1 HP.
so that one hits Liz. So go.
Perfect. All right. Well, it's only 3 damage, so
Hold
you're
on.
Hold on, it's a sling, so it's a D4.
No, wait. It hits Liz?
Yeah.
Oh wait, well never mind, I'm facing the monster. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. No, Samantha shot her bow
About D6. Then.
and hit for 3 damage.
All right, so Liz, you take 3 points of damage. So you're under attack by a bow.
Okay.
It's only a flesh wound.
On the other hand, rolled very well. I'm not even gonna look at it. He hit AC 2
Well, yeah,
for 4 damage.
nice. Okay, yeah, that one is hits it and the crack is spreading throughout the statue.
Is there any way that I can stand over? Is Darnell on the floor?
Yep.
Is there any way to stand over him so he can't get attacked again?
Sure, you can send over.
Alright. Isidore stands over him.
Okay, done. Liz / Alabak.
Okay. Before I start, I want to say a while ago, I forgot to add in my strength bonus, which is a +2. So a while ago when I rolled that 1, I should have done 1 damage.
Okay.
So
Continuous.
I'm sorry, but anyway, okay. So this time I've already rolled up all my rolls. Liz rolls a modified 20.
Okay, that hits.
And she does a total of 4 damage, adding
Nice.
in the modifiers and everything. Aladak swings with his club and not dagger. He rolls a 16, hitting armor class 3.
That hits.
And when you roll even, you hit with your main weapon, correct?
Yes, I think.
Okay. So then he does 3 damage to this monster.
And that's with the club.
That's and club blunt damage.
Okay,
I don't know if it'll matter at all, but
I mean, you hit it with the club.
he feels like it will.
Yeah, I mean, he does it when he hits it with the club. It definitely starts to get a crack into it. Donnell, who can now act, and Curtis.
So, which one is standing over top of me?
The one that hit you. It's pretty.
No. Was it Isidore or?
Oh, Isidore is standing above you.
Isidore is standing over you.
So Donnell is gonna like raise up on his elbows and like stand up almost to where his head almost comes up into like Isidore's crotch, and he's gonna use his power and try and shoot the one that's standing right there. And I rolled. Okay, remember what I said about how they're progressively getting lower?
Was it 2?
Yeah. If it keeps going, that means the next one's going to be the last one. So this one was a 2. So I do a total of 6.
Nice. Yeah. So you blast this thing. So from Isidore's crotch comes psychic bullets. They hit this living statue, and it actually the cracks spread, and it explodes. Everybody make a save versus dragon breath.
Wait, everyone in the entire room?
Yep.
Damn it! I can't even.
So everybody but Adrian, basically.
19.
Okay, well Donnell makes it.
Saves are over, correct?
Equal to a roll. That's correct.
Donnell makes it. Cardis does not.
Okay. If you make your save, you'll take 2 hit points of damage. If you failed it, you'll take 5.
Ole, 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 ole. Both my people made it.
Okay.
Both my people failed.
Okay. Did anybody die?
Yes, both of my characters.
Aladak is at negative. Aladak's at -2.
Wow, took 3 down.
So Donnell only had 1. I made the save, so he lost 2. So now he's at -1. And Cardis only has 4. She failed, took 5, so she's at -1.
Okay. All right. So, Alexander, did any of your characters go down? Probably not.
No.
Good. So, about Liz or Alabak, are they up still?
Aladak is down. He's at -2.
Okay, so roll a d6.
Don't tell me what to do.
I mean,
I rolled a 5.
oh no. +2, so 7. All right. So he gets blasted back, and he's going to break a bone.
Ooh.
Roll on table. Actually, you know what? No. I'm not going to use the regular table. This is an explosion.
Yeah.
Use the explosion table. Come on.
Go big or go home.
That's right. Let's see. Fire and acid. That seems like the right one. All right. So 7, you said, right? So you get a minor burn. Roll on table B2. Let's see. I haven't used one before. So roll a d6 for the location.
6.
6.
Feel like that's not good.
Head/face.
Yeah, felt like that was coming.
Okay, so all of your missile attacks will be at -2.
All of my missile attacks will be at -2.
That's correct.
They're already at -2.
So there'll be -2 more. So you're going to lose. So roll a d4.
Oh, great. Awesome. This is going so well. 3.
3, so you lose 2 points of charisma.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. And it's going to take...
Oh, that luckily only drags it down to 8. Luckily, she says.
So it's going to take 12 days to heal. Make note of that. You're going to be able to make a con check to see if you can... You might actually heal this charisma damage. So make a note of it.
Okay.
After 12 days, we're going to see if you actually will get it back or not, or if it's going to be permanently scarred.
I thought Alladek was a guy.
Yes. What?
Oh, she said she.
Well, I think she means herself. As in
Yeah, I meant myself. I said, Crystal said, fortunately, and then I said, fortunately, she says.
Ah.
Elves, it's hard to tell anyways. So,
Cock funny.
Yeah, whatever. So, elves are kind of fluid, I guess I say, right? So okay, how about Rush's characters? Both your characters, right?
Yes. However, in a stroke of good luck, I rolled 2 d6s for each, and I got a 1 for each. I actually rolled double
Were you
ones.
negative on?
I was -1 on both of them.
Oh, okay, so 2s.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't know if that. I can't remember.
On every other table except for this one. On this one, you now roll 2d6 plus the amount they were under. But if you roll a 2 again, which you can't because then there'd be no effect. So if you hit 0, this could actually be a good roll, but not in your case. So
all right. So Donnell rolling 2d6. He gets a total of 9. Cardis, you want to do them one at a time?
Yeah, this is going to get complicated. All right, so
we'll do them one at a time.
You get severe burns, probably because you stuck your face up right between his legs and just got wrapped. Okay, so roll on table B4. I have so many tables. Okay, so you have severe burns. Roll a d6 to see where.
2.
2. Your right arm. So your main arm.
Yeah.
So you're going to be -4 to hit. You actually can't use this arm at all to attack, but you're -4 to hit if you have to use your other arm. Basically, if you want to use your sword, you have to use your left arm.
All right, so let me go to the notes here.
Yeah. So basically, this arm is only going to be useful for basic tasks.
So right arm is lame. -4 to hit. All right.
So basically, it's going to take you 23 days to heal.
Okay.
After that, you can use the arm for basic tasks, but you can never ever fight with this arm again. You'll eventually be able to use your other arm with total skill, but
okay, I'll have to train myself.
You have to train yourself, exactly.
All right. So as it explodes, Donnell sticks his right arm up to shield his face and burns the hell out of him.
Yeah.
Cardis rolls a d6.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
There's also long-lasting effects.
Oh fuck! I thought we were done.
Oh, no. So there was an arm attack. So you lose 1d4 plus 1 strength. So roll a d4 plus 1 for strength.
Oh, d4.
And that's permanent.
Nice. My strength was pretty crappy to begin with. 1d4 plus what?
1. That sounds like a 4.
It was. So my strength is now 5. It only had 10.
Oh boy. Okay. So because your left arm wasn't used so much. So now
it's a good thing my brain is so powerful.
Yes. Okay, Cardis.
Now we roll a d6.
We
got a 3.
But I already rolled a d6. She got a 1, so it was the same thing. You have to roll 2d6. Remember?
Oh, okay. Well, that's what I was doing. I was rolling the next roll, but all right. So it's a 3 and this is a 3 and a 5 for an 8.
See, well, this is only serious. So you're 1 down. Roll on table B3. Serious burns. Holy crap.
God damn it.
I guess it makes sense that you're getting so damaged because it was the one right next to you.
Yeah.
Although, interestingly enough, Isidore was protected by a Scot, I guess. Okay.
Poor Cardis, though, man.
All right, so roll a d6.
D6. 4.
4. Her leg. Left leg.
Okay.
So your left leg is burned. You're going to take, you move it half. Movement is halved. And you can't carry more than 600 coins of weight. You don't wear armor anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's a part about armor. You have to worry about that. You also lose any dexterity bonus that you may have to your armor class, if you had one.
I don't think so.
And this again isn't going to affect you, but if you didn't have one and you were wearing armor, your armor class would be worse by 1.
Left leg.
But you can't wear armor anyways. You can't have worse than 9 armor class. So
Serious burns.
6,
1/2 movement.
12. Okay, this is going to take 26 days to heal.
Okay.
But then you'll be back to normal.
All right.
Roll a d6. We'll roll a d2, however you want to do it.
Okay. That would be a 2.
2 points of dex loss.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, she's pretty roasted as well.
So now she's at a 7.
Not dead yet.
No.
Okay, good or bad? I don't know how to look at that.
Could have been worse.
Nobody else is down, right? Bane's fine. How about Tracy? Tracy's good, right?
From the save?
Yeah, well, if you took damage, did you go down, or are you still?
Oh, no, I took damage. I didn't go down, though.
Okay, no, then you're fine then. All right, sweet. No, those were the almost death people.
Okay, yeah, gotcha.
Okay. And they lost initiative, so now it's the crystal statue's turn. And so the one that's standing is the one that's on Liz. So Liz slash Liz's group, I guess. So it's going to go after either Tracy. Well, I'm going to do the same order: Liz, Albeck, or Tracy. 4, so I'll re-roll it. So number 1, so it's going to go after Liz. Liz, you're being attacked by a statue, which rolls a 19. So that's most certainly going to hit you. Liz is good armor class, but I don't think it's that good.
I'm gonna use my shield.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna split my blood shield, and now it has 1.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, it hits the shield.
A magic blood shield. So yeah, she sees this big fist coming for her, and she pulls her blood shield up, and it cracks the shield, so she gets 1 more splint out of it.
Nice. Yeah, so it cracks but doesn't fully sunder, so it's still capable. And the second hit misses completely. And now we are on initiative, and I think Alexander rolled last time, so now it is your turn, Crystal. They got a 3. It got a 3. There's only one.
What I roll is 6 d6.
Yep.
5.
Okay, you guys go first, and you go.
All right, Liz will go ahead and swing, and she's gonna miss pretty badly. She rolls a 2, so it's like a total of 3 to hit.
Nice. Yeah, that definitely doesn't hit. That's a whiff through the air. Probably because your shield was up and kind of swing out and miss. Albeck.
And he will swing, and he's hits armor class 6.
That misses.
Okay, so he just pings off their armor.
Yeah, pings off the armor. So Darnell slash artist. You can see across the chamber. There's this other statue is in a melee with your party members.
Well, so Donnell will take a shot.
Okay.
Nope, got another 2.
I don't believe you.
For 9, a 5 and a 4.
Everybody make a save against Dragon's Breath.
Can I have
In my defense, this was going to happen no matter who killed it.
Can I, knowing that this happened, hide behind the chest?
I mean, you didn't know it was going to die. Basically, what happens is if you make your save, you basically got behind the chest. I mean, that's kind of how it works.
Great.
17 pass.
Okay.
Oh no. Oh no, Isidore.
Aladak fails. But Liz got a nat 20. So she just does a backflip in her heavy armor away from the blast, landing superhero style.
It's really bad for your knees.
Yeah, some of you are really close to it, so like the blast didn't affect you because it like almost blasted around you. Okay, so if you failed your save, you're going to take 6 points, and if you made it, you're going to take 3.
Yay.
Uh,
Aladex.
Okay, so I'll go left, right, and we'll just see if anybody.
Sorry, Crystal, I ran over top of you.
Yeah, I'll just go through to see if anybody went down from that one. So, Alexander, did anybody go down from yours?
Isidore is, you said 6 damage?
That's right. If they
Isidore
fail.
is at -4.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, so you're gonna roll a d6 for low.
Well, good. 2.
2. Okay, so 2 plus 4 is 6. Oh my god. Well, I love this one. Everything except what you are holding in your hands. What are you holding in your hand?
A shield and a warhammer.
Okay, is destroyed, including your armor.
What about
and you are knocked out for 2d6 rounds.
What about the magic bag?
Including, yeah, everything. Everything on you is destroyed.
Oh.
Yeah, you literally took like an inferno around your body. Somehow your hands were like on the outside of it, and then you just like pass out and drop everything in your hands. So you're laying on the ground unconscious for 5 rounds.
To be super clear, the bag of devouring is destroyed.
That's correct.
Oh,
And you're lying there naked. And
yeah, you're 100% naked, and you dropped your stuff.
But I don't actually take the damage then, right?
That's correct. You do not take the damage though, because your armor basically took it. That's one of my favorite ones.
And my holy symbol?
Gone. Everything but to what you have in your hand.
Great.
Yeah. Crystal, did any of your characters go down?
Aladex at -3.
Okay.
And I rolled a 1, so -4.
Cool. Okay. Pieces of gear. Okay. Oh, this is a fun one. So 1d4. I rolled d4.
Oh, great. This did not go well last time. 2.
2. Okay. So that's 1d4 minus 1. So 1 piece of gear is destroyed, and you want to roll 2d6 to tell me and give me the total. I'll tell you which one.
Okay. 5 total.
5. So a belt and any pouches. So do you have that, a belt or pouches?
Let's see. Flask of oil, large sack, small sack.
Okay.
I'm not seeing any belt or pouches on this character sheet.
That's fine. It just goes up the list until you find something that you have. So quiver. Have you got any quivers with arrows or bolts?
Nope.
Okay. Do you have a weapon on your back?
Probably would. I have a few weapons. I'm gonna say his hand axe is on his back.
Hand axes go on your hip.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, so
Okay. But anyways,
he carries a lot of weapons, and probably up to many weapons with this character, to be completely honest.
okay.
So I mean, I don't know. I guess he is not wearing that on his back. He has a shield and he's not holding it, so would that be on his back?
Let's say yes. Okay, that's fine. So shield is
Okay.
all right. Shield destroyed. One.
Oh, and he has a backpack as well.
No.
I
Backpack is
just
different.
fucking read that.
Okay.
Okay.
No, it has to be a weapon. But I'll say shield is fine. Because I don't want to go through every bit. It's like Naked Gun where they just like pulled.
Yeah.
All the links.
Yeah, I'm gonna read my character sheets because I'm not considering weight right now.
Yeah.
I guess I guess I'm kind of cheating. So
You probably want to, yeah. So you lose whatever weapon would be on your back. So we'll just war whatever. Let's just say your shield. It's fine. How about Rush?
Yes, I'm in the exact same predicament I was in last time.
Okay, so you're -1 on each character or no?
No, actually, because these took a little more damage. So you said if I made it, I took
3.
3 this time. So that means Donnell's at -2.
Okay, so roll a d6.
It bounced out of my thing. Hold on.
stop.
A 4.
All right, so 6. Oh, everything except what you're holding in your hands, which is nothing because you dropped it, it is destroyed. So you're now naked. You have nothing.
It is now a party.
Isidore, who is also naked, is standing above you. So basically, you both explode and fall on the ground naked. So I don't know. It is a party. I guess.
Well, that only makes sense, actually. If it happened to him, it should have happened to me since I'm laying between his legs. Okay.
So now,
Cardis loses 6, which also puts her at -2.
Okay, so roll d6.
Yes, she rolled a 2 for a total of 4.
4. Okay, so that's the roll d4.
Roll a d4.
Yep.
I got a 1.
Okay, so 1, because the 1's the known piece of equipment is destroyed. So roll 2d6 to see what kind of equipment it is.
I got a 6. 3 to 3.
Okay, so 6. Quiver, which I know you don't have. So weapon on your back, you wouldn't have that, right? Not her.
No, I only have 1 weapon.
Weapon on your belt. Your weapon is a staff, right?
Hold on. That could have not been the case. I have a quarter staff, and yes, that is the only weapon I have is my staff.
So weapon in your hand. So that gets destroyed.
Okay.
Your staff is destroyed, but you don't take the damage. Yep.
No more quarter staff.
No more quarter staff in your web hand. Bane, you're up. You're fine, right?
Yep, he rolled a 17. He's good.
Nice. And you got plenty of hit points. How about Tracy?
Tracy is at 0 hit points.
0 exactly. Oh, that's good. Just roll a d6.
All right. A 1.
A 1. Nothing happens.
Interesting.
So you're 100% fine. There's no 1 on the chart, so you're fine.
So what happens with the hit points? So am I
You don't
just
lose the hit points, see?
okay?
Just stay where you are. It's like literally like nothing happened. You don't lose any hit points. That's actually the best result you can have because you would have lost hit points if you passed the save.
Right.
So, yeah. Cool. Yeah, you lose nothing. You stay where you are. And you're standing there. Yep. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Before we go on, I forgot that with the blood shield, that cursed blood shield, I'm actually supposed to be taking double damage each time.
Nice. Okay.
So I think I can remember all the damage that I've taken. Do you want me to just try to redo it?
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Just try to keep track of it from now on.
Okay, I haven't. I still haven't calculated the 3 damage I took last time, so I'll go ahead and put 6 damage for that.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. I mean, I think you only got damage one at a time, right? So it's not like a lot of damage because you shattered the shield or whatever. Use the shield to block the other attack. Not a big deal. Okay, so yeah, you're standing in this room. Some of you are, maybe you wake up your companions, check to see, make sure everybody's alive. Takes a little bit. Some people are knocked out. But yeah, so the statues are destroyed. There's pieces of crystal everywhere on the ground. The chest, of course, was closed. So nothing inside the chest. Well, I mean, you don't know if you want to open it or not again, but nothing inside the chest theoretically is damaged because the chest itself has nothing. Like all this explosion happened near it, the chest looks brand new, like nothing happened to it.
So
okay, I just poofed for a second.
Okay, welcome back.
Did we all woke up?
Yeah, everybody wakes up. You can check each other and make sure who's hurt. I think everybody's basically there's a lot of serious wounds, but nobody's dead. Yes. I'm saying that the chest itself, because you closed it, it's closed currently. Well, even with all this like explosion and stuff, the chest looks brand new because, like I said, that metal is like crazy durable.
Well, I saved the gold.
I went ahead and did the rest of those damage calculations. To be fair, Liz is at 1 HP. So basically, these two things just and now she just like grins and like all of her teeth are missing, but she's still standing somehow.
Yeah, it was a heck of an explosion thing.
Somebody help me carry his chest. We need to carry his chest out of here and get everybody back to town to rest.
Yeah.
I would like clothing, please.
Everybody can.
When Isidore says that,
get
you see
clothing.
Bane take off his old dirty fur deal that he wears around his chainmail and he throws it to you.
And he immediately puts it on, not even commenting about how funny it smells.
Nope.
Not a word.
Donnell's a Sonic. He doesn't care.
no, but Cardis would go over. She pulls a red blanket out of her backpack or whatever, and she kind of Donnell struggles to get up with his 1 HP left. Basically, he took just massive damage, so he stands up bloody and naked, and she kind of wraps the blanket around him and assists him in standing. I mean, he's bloodied all in the face, but she's at least able to wrap him in a blanket so that he's covered.
Yeah, you guys are looking pretty ragged right now at this moment.
And Donnell's like, I think I might.
Hold on. Oh. How mean am I?
How what?
How mean am I?
You're playing basic D&D.
No, because everything that Donnell has is destroyed.
Yeah.
And what does Donnell have?
Oh fuck! What does Donnell have? Hold on.
The map.
Oh!
Oh,
no.
That is totally fair.
Oh,
To be honest with you.
Yeah.
Wait, but
That's
he would
totally
have dropped. He would have dropped it. It would be on the floor, not on his person.
Oh, that's true. He dropped everything that was in his hands earlier. No, you're right. Yeah, so it's on the floor. You are right. That's absolutely true. I'll give it to you. I'm not that mean.
Wow. Okay.
Good point. Yeah, because he didn't. I'm assuming that you didn't like put it away. You just stood against the wall.
Give him an extra 20 HP or XP for remembering that shit.
Yes.
I was gonna just say you have to put away the one you drew today, and you can take the one from last session and then redraw it from memory.
Okay.
I figure when you went back to town, you would have made a copy. I mean, anyway.
Yeah.
So whatever, but it's fine. That's a
You
good point.
will
Yeah,
from now on.
It's fine though. If you put it in your hand, I was gonna make you burn it right there in front of him.
On camera.
On camera. I want to see that.
Whilst I would have been willing to do that, you would have had to face the wrath of my wife as I started a fire in her office.
We're playing D&D. Come on now.
It's for the role play, honey.
I know. She has a limit.
I've
That may have
tore
broke.
up character sheets in front of Daniel before on camera.
Yeah. Well, I'll say though that no, that's fair. We'll say you dropped it because if you were mapping, and I told you that before, when you're mapping, you really you didn't have your sword out because this whole time we had this discussion. If you're mapping, you don't have your sword out anyways, and we had that talk. So
Yeah, but the sword was on me. and
yeah,
so
no, it was
would've been
destroyed. Earlier when I
yeah.
said you dropped it because that was what was in your hand. Actually, what was in your hand was the map. So that was my fault. So yeah, you have the
No,
map.
that's cool. We're good.
It fell on the ground. Thank you.
It
I
reminds
want to
me.
describe the rooms anyway.
So he's going to
It
hand the
reminds me
map.
of-
Go ahead, Crystal. Sorry.
I was gonna say, it reminds me of that meme where it's like, if your character is sad, one way to help make them better again is to blow confetti in their face from their ripped up character sheet or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, do you? I can't remember how it goes.
All right.
Pick his chest up, Adrian. I know you can do it.
Okay, she's super strong.
Yeah. Well, Elizabeth will help you
Heavy.
with a thing.
But yeah, you definitely. It probably will actually take 4 people to carry it, but it's fine. I mean,
Do we have the horse?
We didn't say we brought him.
No, you guys have been
Okay.
forced for some reason. But I mean, it's going to be one of these things where you're going to probably have to like carry it a little bit, then stop, then carry it a little bit, stop. But you can definitely carry it. I mean, it's heavy, but it's not.
Did we actually get it open?
Oh yeah, he opened it. That's what started this whole thing.
Well, I know, but I think I may have.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that was when I disconnected, but I missed what was in it.
Oh, gotcha. When you opened it, you saw it was full of gold, and then you were attacked, and he slammed it shut. So you didn't
Oh, gotcha.
really much about it, but you definitely saw a lot of gold in there.
All right.
So yeah.
So he's going to hand the map to Cardis, since and just mention that ask her, will you please hold this? I find myself suddenly devoid of pockets, and so she'll take the map and stick it in her bag, and then continue helping him along. So
Okay, but yeah, I mean, you can definitely carry the chest. You're just going to be moving slowly. So,
yes.
but you don't want to open it again. You just want to take the chest, and you're going to try to bail. That's basically the plan.
That's what it sounds like. I think we got a lot of people who are tore up pretty bad.
Okay, so what?
Yeah, for sure. That's
what-
rebelling.
What route would you like to take?
The plan is take the fuck and get it out of here.
Yeah.
No,
You're going to basically the most direct route to get out, just straight out.
Yeah, so to leave, I would say we would probably just go south, make a right-hand turn, go to the room with the trash bin. No, you know what? I think Donnell would probably mention that the safest way to go is to go right back exactly the way we came instead of trying to go through an area we haven't been through in the last week or so, because there may be new bad guys there. So we
Makes
should go
sense.
right back through the places we know we've already been today.
Yeah,
Make our way back out.
makes sense to me.
I mean, it's
Says,
still not a
Lim.
guarantee, but that's Donnell's suggestion.
Okay, I'm just counting how many squares there's. Okay, so and you're moving because you're carrying the chest, but you're fast in inspiration, so you can test this. Okay, so that's all right. I said see if you encounter anything on the way out. You know what? Because I'm mean, and I enjoy to watch my players suffer. I'm gonna have you all roll because it's exactly 5 checks. So Alexander, roll a d6 to see if you encounter a monster on the way out.
Should I roll my die that always rolls high or always rolls low?
Well, a 1 equals a encounter, so.
A 1 is... Oh, well, then I'll roll the high one. 6.
Okay. Crystal, roll a d6 to see if you encounter anything on the way out.
5.
Okay, good. Oh, it's counting down, though. We might not make it. Good. Rush,
Brush.
roll a d6.
I did. So what do we find?
What, you got it 1?
I got a 1.
Oh, jeez.
God damn it.
I'm so sorry.
Leave it to Rush.
I even picked it up and I'm like, you son of a bitch, and I rolled it again and I got another 1. I'm like, well, I mean, not that I was going to cheat, but I was like, oh, come on, really? And I rolled it again. I'm like, oh no, they really want it really wants this just to happen.
So 4 and 4 is 8. Okay, so
I'm sorry.
all right, so 2. Let's see if they surprise you. That's going to be the big one. Oh my god, they do. Okay, so you guys are lugging this thing out, and you are surprised. Okay. So actually, let me see what this happened. This was the 3rd check, so you are, just so you know where you are, technically. You're basically at that V, that Y, rather. You're kind of in that corridor, and coming from the direction where you killed the 13 automations comes 2 more, but they sneak up on you, though. You're getting a free attack. Because I don't really know where they came up on the line as you guys were going. I'm just going to roll randomly to see who they attack. The first one attacks. There's only 9 of you, right? So you can't roll. Number 3. So Samantha, Isadore, Liz. So, and it rolls a 7, so it comes out, kind of comes out of nowhere. You're probably carrying the chest or something, so you're not paying attention. But this thing attacks you, but clearly it bangs off your armor. And the second one attacks 7. Bane. And he gets a 6. So both these things come out of nowhere, but they kind of have a really crappy ambush style, and they kind of jump out at you and they miss. So we're in combat now, so let's roll initiative, and I think it's on Rush.
No, I don't trust him to roll anymore.
No, we're gonna switch dice, and we're gonna get a 6.
Nice. Okay, go first. So you switch things, attack your friends. What do you want to do?
Well, so Donnell is just gonna immediately, as soon as he attacks, he's just gonna put his fingers up to his head and go for it. And his power does not go off. I rolled a 6. God damn it.
How about Carlos?
Shit. Does she even have anything? She lost her staff. I don't know that I have any more offensive spells. Hold on. Wait a minute. Shit, it only affects 1 person, though. Wait a minute.
What level is she?
She's still level 1.
Well, she should be able to cast 1 spell a day.
Yeah, you're right. But the owl can cast a spell.
Yeah.
That doesn't. But the owl's spell only affects 1 person.
Mhm.
So the owl is immediately going to cast shield onto Cardis.
Okay.
So
Your AC is 4
It's-
against
yeah,
attacks and 2 against missiles, something like that.
yes.
Okay. Bane slash.
Yeah, Adrian was carrying the chest, so she's going to set it down and she's going to try to use her evasion since we got. Hey, I got it 7 out of 15%, so
Nice.
she cannot be attacked in this round.
Okay.
Bane being trying to be attacked by that one, he's just gonna, he was up front with his sword and stuff protecting, so he's gonna swing at it, and that's gonna hit armor class 2
Oh yeah, it's
and 7 damage.
wow. Yeah, Bane is probably pretty pissed off with all the stuff that's gone down. You smash this thing and it just collapses into bits.
There's our big guy.
Finally.
Tracy.
Sorry, my thing's kind of breaking up. Say that one more time.
What does Tracy want to do? There's one of these creatures left.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to attack. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of weird. All right.
Oh.
Something's with the network. Let's see. A 1.
That does not hit.
Are you sure?
I'm pretty. Let me check. Yeah, that doesn't hit.
All right.
All right. Well, sorry, Tracy. How about Isidore slash Samantha?
Isidore definitely misses. Samantha hits AC. Wait, where did my sheet go? 4.
That
Wait,
hits.
3.
That definitely hits.
For 1 damage.
1 damage. Actually, let me roll 2 points. There's a chance it has 1. No, it does not. Okay, it does not quite take it down. Liz, right? Because we started with right. Liz
Yeah. Liz hits armor class 5.
that misses. 13.
And Aladak rolls a 1.
Okay, so that also.
I think we have confirmed that 1's miss.
Well, that means
You
you drop
dropped
your,
something, remember? You dropped
Yeah.
your.
you drop whatever you're holding.
Was that a new roll?
Oh, yeah, you weren't here at the first of the session. Yeah, if you roll a 1, you drop whatever you're holding.
No. Only you.
Only who?
He's messing with
No,
you.
only Bane. No, I'm not kidding.
Oh, I thought that was everybody.
I thought it was for all of us, too. I never did.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
I dropped my
Oh.
Warhammer earlier because I rolled a 1.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't. Sorry,
It's-
no, only Bane. You've
It's-
realized that you're dropping your repping a lot lately.
Yep. It had something to do with something that we did, or you
Yeah.
did.
It
Well,
definitely
we
has
did.
something to do with something we did, yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I think
okay. I'm
Chris-
sorry. I thought I never did hear it was just Bane. I thought it was all of us. Okay.
No, we
So
all
I ain't
did.
rolled a 1 yet.
Yeah, no, you've been. But it happened to you last session, so I just figured I'd put it out there. So maybe you're figuring it out. I like to put that little, thing out there so you can start figuring out what's going on.
The doubt.
There's one of these things are left, and they have a 12 morale, so they keep fighting no matter what. So it's going to swing. Since I don't know which one it was. No, it definitely wasn't on Bane because Bane killed his. So it's the one on Liz. So it's going to attack Liz again. This time with a 19. I think that's going to hit you.
Split shield.
Okay, so you use the shield again. It does up to last.
Yeah. Blood shield is gone. And Liz weeps in remorse, but quickly gets over it.
Split. That was the best.
Listen, that's desperation. She lived
I
up.
know, right? I felt like I was there.
That's probably exactly what she was thinking as she pulled that shield out. All right.
That was great.
All right, so next round, who rolled initiative that time?
I did last time.
Okay, so Tony,
All right.
you got a 5.
2.
Okay, so we go first. It's, once again, it's attacking this. That's funny that Liz has only been hit twice or attacked twice by these things, and both times they rolled 19. That when they hit,
All right, roll sucky this time.
Uh-huh. Yep, that worked. 6. Missed. So Donnell slash.
Yes, Donnell is going to try it again, since it's his fault that we're in this mess. And this time it goes off,
Nice.
and I'm pretty sure it's going to fucking die
Mm-hmm.
this time. Has it been hit yet?
Yeah, it's been hurt.
Oh shit. This. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11.
Oh yeah, it definitely kills it. Everybody make a save. No, I'm just kidding.
Stop playing.
It's only when Donnell kills things. That's gonna be the new thing every single time.
Uh-oh.
You'll learn to hate him. Oh yeah, you kill these things and then you're probably like, oh,
Right. Hold on just a second. I gotta switch my headphones.
okay. So
My
yes,
battery is running dead.
okay. So all right, so you guys pick up the chest and you start going. So Tony, roll your wandering.
Oh. Roll a 1.
Jesus, come on, guys.
I knew it. I knew it before I dropped it.
Oh my god. Let's see what holds out here. Let's see. All right, so the 2d12. Let's see. 9. Oh, you hear the distant sound of metal scratching against the walls, coming from behind you, but you don't see it.
Keep moving.
So finally, let's see if this thing catches you. Marcus, roll 1d6 for the wandering monster.
Oh no. Oh, 3.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, you hear this thing and you start picking up pace as best you can because the you hear the sound behind you, but you get to the front of the cave and I guess I should roll to see if the bear came back. It's definitely
Sort of doubt it, but
yeah, it's unlikely it would go back in the cave with the smell of fire, but I just drastically lowered the percentage chance that the bear would be there because of the fire. It's not going to go near fire. So you guys come back through this kind of it stinks. I'll even say that because of the low oxygen content in the cave that it's been burning very slowly. So it's almost like smoldering still, the stuff that you lit. So it's very smoky in there, which is probably why the bear didn't come back. So you guys kind of, cough your way through this to the smoke out onto that ridge, carrying this giant chest, probably panting because you heard the sounds behind you. And you can see that the sun is, low in the sky, but you've survived another day. And you hike your way back to Chelmsfordshire, I guess, to
our house.
Yeah, that's right. You got a house now, so you guys go back to your house to, I guess, get some new clothes and count the cash that is in this chest, and we'll. I guess I'll put all that in the chat, but I guess I should just roll. It's unlikely, but yeah, you don't encounter anything on the way back, and you'll get back to your homes safely with nobody dying. Lots of injuries, but nobody dying. So. And these guys will come back and I'll tell you guys what's in the chest. Actually, sorry, now. That way, if anybody's watching and they're wondering what's in the chest. So I'm assuming you open it again when you get to Chelmsford. Right?
yeah, and I look for a secret trap door under it.
Grayson's there, ain't he? At the
You
house.
might want
Yeah,
to,
Grayson's at the house.
you might want to end the episode.
Open it up, Grayson.
You might want to
see
end the
if you can still do it.
Yeah, Grayson might be a little drunk,
Might
but I
want
think you
to,
can.
You might want to end the episode without saying what was in the chest. That way, it builds suspense for the viewers. Like, check in next time to see what was in the chest.
That's
Like
right.
that, our viewers have to come back and watch the next video.
So you guys open the chest very carefully, and we'll talk about that next time. Okay. I did it, I think. Oh, I didn't press the button. Crap. Hold on. I'm not very good at that.